Merfolk. Oh no. Um, I think that I have to change more things in my RC file, probably. Or yeah, you see that color of blue? That color of blue kind of messes me up a bit. Monk. Do they still have the? Oh, they have the Orb of Light, right? Yeah, let's go. I am so glad that they kept that. It is such a good thing. Uh, monks having an Orb of Light that's so strong. Oh, come on, please cooperate. I don't have time for this kind of thing. There we go. I hope that the server is not too messed up by the large influx of players. There's a good amount of people that only play crawl in the servers during the tournaments. So yeah, it's not uncommon for the server to kind of be messed up a bit. Oh yeah. It had been a while since I've played crawl, but well, a bit over a week. But yeah, I am more than ready to play a good amount of crawl games now. And since I'm starting with Swords Dexterity, I don't think that it's gonna be a difficult thing for me to get a win. I don't really anticipate any kind of serious issue. After all, this is probably the most powerful thing that you can do in the game as it is nowadays. I might even go the Shining one. And if things shake up or like if things shape up positively, I could go for 15 runes. That sounds like a plan to me. Dexterity, Scarf of Shadows. Does that work with the Orb of Light? I guess it does. Considering that I am a melee character, I guess that it does help a bit to have the Scarf of Shadows on, though I would replace it for literally everything else. That's okay. Nah, it's not that good. Yeah, I was thinking about like whether or not I wanted the strength. I don't want the strength. And the invisibility obviously doesn't do anything because I'm wearing an Orb of Light. And the Orb of Light is better than having access to evocable invisibility that you would have to train a ton of evocations for. Was that a rapier on the ground? Yes. Is a rapier better than a falchion? I didn't pick it up because it was unbranded, but yeah, one of the first things that I found was a rapier. For example, this dagger of venom, I do think that it's better than the falchion, so I'm gonna use that for a while. Yeah, I still have to make some changes to my RC file, like this specific tone of blue. You don't see it in tiles, but you see it in console. Like that tone of blue is almost invisible to me. Like I have such a hard time seeing it. Oh, I might die. Am I gonna die to gnolls? It's kind of rough. Okay, okay. Fortunately, I got some ground on them. Don't deadly poison me. Okay, okay, we survived. Yeah, funnily enough, versus a Gnolls Kobold with poison was the really dangerous thing. Hep and some. We want the Shining one. I'm gonna wait for the Shining one. It doesn't make a lot of sense to go to Shining One when I already have the Halo, because I consider the Halo to be the most impactful thing about the Shining One, but that does allow me to wield a two-hander or a shield if I find one soon. Yeah, the boots are also that tone of blue. It is really almost invisible, so hard for me to see it in this monitor. Didn't used to have that issue when I was using my other monitor. I killed one gnoll already, right? Like the one with the spear. That means that I can probably finish off the rest of them. Yeah, the one with the spear is like the one that I don't want to fight. Full HP, go back down, kill the gnolls. Alright, so far things are going very well. Do tell me about your experiences in the tournament if you choose to play. Let me know when you die for the first time and stuff. Or if you happen to get a win before you die, that's also really cool too. Okay, I'm glad that I didn't drop the falchion because the dagger of venom wouldn't do anything in the ossuary. Got a slight upgrade, the form of a short sword of venom. We shall equip that. Okay, you know what? Maybe I should pick up these jabs. I was gonna ignore them, but they might be useful in the ossuary. Okay. It's this one. Yeah, that's the most difficult one. You don't do that one. That one kills you. Um, Hello. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see you around. I am playing the tournament, as you can see. I hope that you all enjoy your respective tournament playthroughs. Mm. Yeah, when it comes to the ossuary, the one with the bog bodies or the one with the bog mummies is really messed up. Super difficult. Um, it doesn't help that like one of the very first monsters that spawns in that one is like a hornet zombie or something like truly absurd like that. So whenever I get it, I don't even bother doing it. It's like getting salt. It's as if the atmosphere didn't generate in your game. That's how I think of it. Lots of adders in this D4 bolt, but fortunately they're not really an issue by this point. Mm. So here I am stuck in a funny contradiction. Like I want a better weapon, but I don't want to see a white. And whites are the most common source of good swords in the early game. So, but I don't know if I could kill a white. So that's why I don't want to see a white. This iguana is also invisible. Like there's so many monsters that have that color scheme. I thought that that setting was in my default RC file, but I guess it's only in my 9settler account's RC file. Hmm. Oh, let's see if Crazy Youth has something interesting for me this time. Nothing. Okay. Not playing this time. Is it Nemelex's choice? No, I started with what I consider to be the most powerful combo of this version, or well, the most powerful thing that you can do in this version, which is Swords Dexterity. Not necessarily Merfolk, but Swords Dexterity, whatever. Maybe I should have started Demigod or Meteoran, but I don't know. Meteoran is too exhausting, and I don't think that I would be able to win if I played Meteoran. Um, the Shining one. Yeah, the Shining one, because that gives me the option to go for 15 runes if the run shapes up in such a way. Yeah. Oh, Stone Arrow. That might be interesting. Yeah, so far the short sword of Venom really is doing what it's supposed to do. One of the strongest things that you can find then early in the game. Unfortunately, I'm not powerful enough to deal with the ogre yet. One of those guys has a spear. Okay. Oh, they're not gonna let me go upstairs. I'm walking towards the ogre. Gotta be careful here. Oh, that's worst case scenario. Okay, I'm gonna need that net. Yeah, have to go back and pick up the net. Okay, that went very well, but I think that I could have died very easily there. Getting lots of spears, but swords is where it's at. The other day I should have recorded a video instead of starting stream earlier. The other day I played a swords dexterity or like a strength character. I didn't play a dexterity character. I played a strength character. Very lucky heal wounds there, by the way. I think the orc warrior could have killed me if I had not gotten the heal wounds. And like the strength character was just horrendous, you know? It was really, really bad. So much worse. Like I had like 30 armor class and I was unable to tab an Hydra with like a 30 armor class and a flaming weapon, and I wasn't able to tab an Hydra. It was bad. I ended up quitting that character because I was really not having fun. And then I played a dexterity character, and like it was so much better. It is crazy, like how much weaker melee is than, or like strength is than dexterity. Yeah, really, really crazy. The iguana kind of ruins everything. Kinda. Okay. Okay, we're good. Yep, tabbing ogres with this amount of HP is kinda risky, but not as much as it was when I had 40 something. With 59, 60 HP, it is a bit more manageable. Also, I got a scimitar. Lucky me, found an orc warrior that had a scimitar, so now I have a much better damage output when it comes to not having poison. And as you can see, lots of monsters here that resist poison, so gotta use the scimitar. Yep, good stuff. Tabbing is bad. Oh, you still have to try Meteoran? Yeah, Meteoran is very, very difficult. I consider Meteoran to be the most difficult species in all of Crawl. It drastically changes how you're supposed to play the game in so many ways. Like it forces you to turn count speedrun, but makes it kind of less punishing to turn count speedrun. But like on the other hand, you cannot not do turn count speedrun. Like you must do it when you're playing that species. So yeah, really difficult. Do I have identify? Because I think that if I want to win, maybe I should search for identify. We found flight, which is pretty worthless. Blinking. Blinking, you got any of that blinking? Oh, I did. Okay, cool. Now I can read identify everything. I'm gonna enchant the boots. Found a great sword. That's a thing that just happened. Yeah. I'm gonna go for 12 of these, and then I'm gonna go for 14 long blades. Even with the greatsword, I don't want to train beyond 14 just now. I'm a 3 pips of fighting with the shining one now. I can drop the orb of light. Yeah, and I still have the halo. You went your second ever Meteoran doing Dex build. Yeah, Dex is just too good. I haven't played Meteoran Dex. I think I should try that. Maybe that's the key to success when it comes to playing anything in Crawl. Because of that, I think that species that are not well suited for going dexterity, like Ogre, are in the gutter in this version. Like really, dexterity is so strong. What's that? A jelly? Well, better tab it with something a bit more powerful than my short sword. After all those things have poison resistance, poisoning them is not really a reliable thing. Okay, why are you here? Can I kill you? I have 6 heal wounds. I think that I can kill it. Yeah, the way that I think of it is like turning heal wounds into kind of a potion of experience. Like it does give me a bunch of experience to kill a slime creature on D6. So yeah, that was okay. That was okay. Why the Shining One? Is that for extended? The Shining One is very good in the early game. Like the Halo is incredibly powerful. I don't think the devs realize how good the Halo is, and that's why Monk has an orb of light from the very beginning now. But don't tell them, because otherwise, next version, the monks are not gonna have the orb of light anymore. But yeah, the Halo is really good. It is reminiscent of things that the most powerful gods have, which is something very soon after worship, like a powerful effect that the player gets very soon after worship. Ashensari used to have crazy things that like now are more delayed, by the way. And Okawaru, very early hero. Trove with the Berserk, the Shining One with the Halo. Like there's a good amount of gods that give you something super impactful early on. The Halo gives accuracy, gives See Invisible. At a point in the game where like an invisible orc wizard can ruin your day, talking about orc wizards. Or an unseen horror. So like it is so impactful. See Invisible this early on is huge, and the extra accuracy is also huge. I should find that thing. Yeah, okay, it's over here. Halo is mostly See Invisible, but you have it already. Yeah, I said that earlier, funnily enough, like it doesn't make a lot of sense going the Shining One as a monk start because I already have the Halo. But I still decided to go for it because the Shining One gives me the option to go for extended if I feel like the run is shaping up like that. Like if it's a good idea for me to go extended, I can go extended, thanks to the Shining One. Well, it never is a good idea to go extended. I have to tell you that. But in the tournament, you get points for going extended and doing everything that there is to do. So so yeah, that's what I mean. I wonder if I'm gonna see a knight or a warlord here. With the way that this is going, I think that I would be very surprised if I saw a warlord, because these are like really low level mooks. Um, they're kind of roughing me up, however. Getting surrounded is definitely not the best thing ever. I still have 6 heal wounds, so I don't feel unsafe. Oh, okay, now I feel unsafe. Can I find fear? Okay. Do you guys think that the knight kills me next turn? I think that there's a very real chance of it killing me next turn if I don't blink away. Yeah, such a shame that I had to use my one blinking like that, but at least I had one blinking to, avoid that in such a situation. I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna leave, definitely not. I just, having a potion of haste would be really helpful here. Oh, look at that! Yeah, ask and ye shall be given. Oh, why are you throwing in that direction? Throw at the queue of 3 instead of the one dude. Okay, I need this guy to be super poisoned because that's how I'm gonna kill it. I'm not gonna kill it by meleeing it. The potion of haste is winning me this. I hope that I don't have to deal with more very high level orcs, and this is it. Because if I have to deal with a warlord after this, I don't have any more blinking or haste, and it's gonna be very difficult for me to kill it. I have a net. I better save that for the warlord, for the hypothetical warlord anyway. Okay, time to drink a heal wounds. My haste is running out. Oh, my haste has run out. That means that we're in trouble. Yeah, I would like to continue walking away from things, but I have 2 warriors within melee range, and now I have the knight within melee range. That's bad. Paralysis? 66% chance to affect the goblin. 31% chance to affect the orc knight. Yeah, that's not good. Quicksilver? Okay, fortunately the knight does not retaliate with obscene damage. I should drink another heal wounds. Oh no, now the warrior is mighty. Oh, this is going very poorly. I might die here. Any Ice Blast? Not yet. Yeah, that's all I got. Ice Blast would have been good to have. Man, this is awful. Come on, I need you to die right now. Okay, we kill the knight. 12 fighting, back to long blades. Please die, you're almost dead. Come on, there we go, okay. Okay, that better be it. I don't think that I can deal with a warlord after that huge attrition. I used 3 heal wounds, a blinking, and a potion of haste. I still have the net. I really held on to that net, like I didn't want to use it versus Nolmo's Death Orc Knight. But I was so tempted. I really had to resist very consciously. Very exciting game. It has been quite exciting so far, even if it's a powerful combo. Oh no. Yeah, worst case scenario. Literally worst case scenario. How are we going to survive that? I think that at least I'm not gonna be fighting it with support. I have a net. Like it was such a good idea to hold on to the net, but this is still really messed up. Oh, I can read Bone. I have Bone. Yeah, read Bone. Try to paralyze. 39% with Bone. Oh, why do I not have evocations? Oh man, maybe I should have trained evocations. I only have 2 charges too, so I know that it's not gonna work. I'm gonna throw a net and then stab this guy. Extremely poisoned. Okay, now I think that the correct thing to do is to walk away from it because it's gonna Yeah, it's gonna be next to me, and like it's gonna get attacks of opportunity and everything. Might as well kite it a bit and let the poison do its thing, and try to kill it after that. Or I can try to paralyze. You know what? I perhaps should have tried that. Okay, luckily we get a paralyze. Now get Giga poisoned. That's really funny. You hit the Orc Warlord but do no damage times a million. Let's try with a better sword. Yeah, I would like to use the greatsword, but I am not so brave. Quicksilver to finish off the guy. It's almost dead. The Orc Warlord's magical effects unravel. It had magical effects? What magical effects it had? It didn't get rid of the poison. What magical effects were unraveled? Oh, the Buln. The Buln was unraveled. Mm, yeah, +7 battle axe. That guy was perfectly capable of killing me in 2 hits. Oh, it had a potion of experience worth. Yeah, okay, I spent all of the resources, but I got a potion of experience, so which I'm gonna drink immediately. Do I get 16 long blades? That feels like a bad idea. What if I get dodging? That seems okay. No, this is slightly better. Okay, let's go for that. Hmm. Okay, now I think that I can wield my greatsword. Oh, greatsword of freezing upgrade. Cool. Goodbye, normal greatsword. Yeah, I knew that it was worth it to do this. Like, Baileys are often extremely difficult, but the loot is good. Like, a potion of experience is such a game changer for me. God Run? Nah, no, no way. It's not God Run just yet. Eventually, it shall be God Run, but not quite. Um, not quite just yet. Okay, gonna keep the scimitar around because I might need a min delay weapon. Careful with the priest. Ringmail fire resistance, a slight upgrade. I find it pretty funny that the orc was unable to hit me while I was changing armor. I was just dodging everything while putting on my armor. That's a very funny mental image. Okay, one shot the ogre. Okay, now I am dealing good damage. Once again, another almost invisible monster for me. I gotta change that. Gotta change that in my RC file for sure. Oh, I got confused. I got confused and I don't have curing and I have ogres next to me. This could be a serious issue. This is shaping up to be a serious issue. I also have a Narvalest guy. Okay, can I at least jump into the water? Okay, that's better. And I also got rid of the confusion, so yeah. In the water I feel almost unbeatable. Not quite, but you know, it really does feel somewhat like that since it gives me a crazy amount of evasion. Helps a lot that I was also capable of dealing serious damage to those guys. What is that? A manticore? Next to me. Yeah, manticores are only scary if they're not next to you. But if you have a manticore, an extremely dangerous D7 manticore next to you, it's not that big of an issue. I bet it also has something to do with the fact that I have already a greatsword, like a really good weapon for this point in the game. And I also got a potion of experience, and I have it at 1.0 delay. So like, yeah, maybe what this character has to do with the Manticore, like the interaction between this character and the Manticore was not representative of what you should do with an average character if you auto-explore into being next to a Manticore. Maybe most characters would have to buff to beat it, but I feel like that is the best position for most characters to deal with a Manticore, at least such an early Manticore. Alright, I feel super strong. I feel crazy strong. But that's just how Swords Dexterity characters are. That's how it is. D7. Calling Maxwell's Thermic Engine. Crawl in the afternoon. Yeah, the tournament just started, so every time that there is a tournament, I start my stream when the tournament starts. Unfortunately, it's kinda a bit laggy. Some lag spikes, but that's just par for the course for every tournament. Wow, Lots of nasty monsters. This would be the kind of bolt that I would skip if I wasn't extremely busted already. This would have been a pretty good character to go Axis as well, since that guy had a +7 battle axe. Yeah. If I had gone a Nork or a Minotaur instead of going a Merfolk and I had gone for strength, that +7 battle axe would probably make me about as good as I am right now. I bet that I would be missing a lot more, and I would probably be kind of tilted about having to go strength. So I'm glad that I didn't go for Axis, even though I found the +7 battle axe. That's how bad strength is right now. That I can find that +7 battle axe and I would still feel like if I could use either, I would stick to what I have right now over the +7 battle axe. Careful with the smites, as always. Careful with the sleep caps as well. It turns out that the sleep cap is another monster that, because of its color and because I forgot to change that setting in my RC file, it's kind of invisible. I'm gonna have to change it at some point soon. Ring of Dexterity, we are gonna take that. Do I want more dodging? Let's get 15. Yeah, and after that I think that I'll get a bit of evocations. Yeah, evocations. I don't particularly care about invocations just yet. I'll get that eventually, but not right now. 10 evocations should be good. I don't feel particularly afraid of Prince Ribbit. This is a good character. And this is a really late Prince Ribbit as well. I'm getting pretty close to the point where I would just start seeing bands of Blink Frogs, and Prince Ribbit is essentially just an early game Blink Frog. Did I kill Prince Ribbit or did Prince Ribbit teleport? I did kill Prince Ribbit. Merfolk is so fun. It's the best species. You can swim max all game. Yeah, you can definitely take advantage of that. Man, this character is really strong. I'm dealing with things like Joseph on D8 that other characters would have such serious issues with. Evocations. Joseph shouts, "Wow!" Ring of Evasion. I'll take it over the Ring of Dexterity, just because for now Ring of Evasion gives me more evasion than Dexterity. Dexterity also increases my damage and accuracy, but I'm good in those fronts. A Maimon. I wonder if a Maimon can increase the poison of the bees. This is getting pretty messy. Oh boy, oh no. Oh no. I don't have teleport. I have haste. Haste is not enough to outspeed bees. What I can do is get here. Do you guys think that I can get here without dying and then kill everything? I have 3 heal wounds. I might be able to do it. But if I'm gonna do it regardless, I should probably haste. Oh no, a great sword user. Yeah, okay, I was gonna hold this ground, but I saw the priest and that made me want to reposition. I'm just gonna go upstairs now. Yeah, unfortunately it's a open level with a million bees, with a Maimon, with a two-headed ogre, and with the orc entrance that has priests. So very, very set of annoying things. I don't wanna waste my haste. Like, I wanna make use of it. It's running out, however. Okay. Unfortunately, I killed a Maimon. Oh, a Maimon does buff the bees. Look at that. That's so annoying. At least I have the Halo, so the Halo makes it so that I don't become miserable trying to hit bees. Halberd, Falchion, Short Sword. No upgrades for me. Okay, it's a good thing that the Shining One gives me a teeny tiny bit of healing for killing these whites. This level looks so annoying. If I wasn't such a powerful character, I would skip it. Yeah, open level with a bunch of really nasty enemies. Two-Head Ogre was roughing me up. It's a good thing that the Orc barely does anything. Like, the Orc I can walk away with, or I can walk away from, and it is perfectly okay. And then I can go upstairs and kill it. There's an Orc Warrior there. Not what we would like to see. It's kind of scary. Okay. Where did you come from, anyway? Careful. Okay, yeah. Scary ogres. Very, very punishing. No ring of protection. I'll do it. Yep, double ring of protection sounds like it's good to me. I'm gonna identify the potions now because I haven't found curing yet. Wow, I found resistance, experience. I found a bunch of extremely rare potions before finding curing. I still haven't found it. I wonder how long it's gonna take for me to find curing. It's so weird because it's such an incredibly common potion. Yep, a very strong character. You can see because I'm tabbing these jacks and they're not doing anything to me. That is an indicator of a really powerful character. By this point in the game, anyway. Ouch. 24 damage immediately after out-exploring. Kinda nasty. Nothing that we cannot deal with, however. Yeah, I just have good damage output, so even if I'm slightly hurt versus that guy, I can beat it. I didn't feel like I was pushing my luck there. With 100 HP, I can definitely deal with that guy. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay, 2 Hair Loggers. I can tap them, but it is kinda nasty. If they hit me pretty hard. You never like Merfolk? Why not? Polearm's Merfolk was pretty okay, but Swords Merfolk is where it's at. Yeah, was Swords Dexterity a 0.30 change or a 0.29 change? I think it was a 0.29 change, but it's still really, really strong. This would be a good time to have a Potion of Curing. Oh, it was a Potion of Degen. It was a Potion of Invisibility, which does nothing, because I'm a Worshipper of the Shining One. And then I found Curing. Okay, that's a lot of priests. Do I re-teleport? I think so. What's up with that? Why were there 4 priests on this D11? Yeah, 4 priests and a bunch of other dudes that made it very difficult for me to just easily kill the priests. Getting a lot of misses. What's up with that? Spriggan Demon Spawn form is it? Spriggan seems like the odd one out there. I really despise Spriggans. I do not like them one bit. Starting to get to the point where invocations might be an okay idea. Angels are not that expensive and they're super powerful. Or Priest Convention on D11, do not disturb. Gargoyle on D11. Usually by this point in the game, it's very difficult to kill a Gargoyle because they are... how do I put it? They are very tanky. Yeah, they're very tanky and they're very damaging. So yeah, Rhyme Drakes are another invisible monster. I think that I might want to get a bit of throwing. Yeah, unfortunately. Because I need a way to kill Hydras. Okay, that's gotta be enough boomerangs. Gargoyle Stone Arrow is pretty scary. Yes, it is. It hurts a lot. At this point in the game, 3 dice of 12 is kind of bonkers. Okay. Lair 1 elephants, sure. They're messing me up. Perhaps I should get min delay. Bit of a lag spike here. Unfortunate. Yeah, it is on the side of the server. I'm used to it. It's like every tournament. Um, when I decided to play in the server for the tournament, I knew what I was getting into, so it's perfectly okay. I would like to press this button and get this screen. Yes, thank you. I'm thinking maybe min delay. Like maybe we go for 20 long blades. Okay, the elephants are super roughed up. I bet that I can finish off at least these two. Then the cane toad, or take advantage of the fact that the elephant just pushed me away. Uh, Really difficult situation to deal with, like extremely annoying to just out exploring Lair 1, find an elephant band before finding a choke point. Yeah, like look at how much of Lair I have seen, and I found an elephant band. And a monster faster than me, so I couldn't just like continue exploring, trying to find a choke point so I could deal with the elephants. It forced a good amount of consumables out of me. Plus one rapier of electricity. I would use that if I didn't already have such a great weapon. But that's a good thing to carry. Yeah, that's a good thing to carry for Hydras. Hadn't thought about it, but it does make sense. You know, maybe another thing that I could do is go deeper into the dungeon and try to find an Efreet, because Efreets always have scimitars of flaming. What is that? Shimmering helmet. I know that if I open that, I'm probably gonna regret it, so I'm gonna open it later. Okay, I do have a ring mail of fire resistance, which is gonna be extremely useful. Gonna put on switch away from melee. I have Ice Blast, fortunately. It's a good thing that I have Ice Blast. I wish I had Mind Burst. Mind Burst would be the correct thing to use here. But at least melee, I don't have that much willpower. With 75%, it still resists, and now I'm super poisoned. Let's try to kill it before it kills me. I hate melee. I really do hate melee. They're some of my least favorite enemies. They're really fast, really evasive, and really, really damaging. Not only do they have all the nasty things that bees have, they also have smite. They're awful. I hate them. Magic mapping. This is a good brand for Lair. Yeah, it is, but flaming is better, just because it would avoid the issue or the annoyance of having Hydras and not being able to melee Hydras. Yeah, Hydras are crazy. Like, why are Hydras still in the game? It really blows my mind. Okay, I'm already wearing my fire resistance. Hell Knights. That might be a bit of an issue. This would be a perfect time to have an angel, but I do not have such abilities just yet. What I do have is Curare, so Curare is what we are gonna use. Yeah, with Curare I should be able to beat the Hell Knight. And I do with surprising ease. I thought that it was gonna be slightly more difficult than that. Okay, more centaurs. Perfect. Centaurs in the corridor are very easy to deal with. Cloak of Fire Resistance, that's a serious item. So good, in fact, that I'm just gonna enchant it right now, because that's how good it is. Like, that is good enough for me to finish the game with. Okay, we got a Cloak of Fire Resistance from coming here, so that's worth it. Very, very worth. Yeah, now that I have done the volcano, I have no more use for the ring mail of fire resistance. I was only carrying it for the volcano. I haven't found a source of cold resistance, however, so if I find the ice cave, it's gonna be more dangerous to do. Free kill or a grave danger, nothing in between. No, I think that Hydras are very annoying. Look at that, +3 double sword. I am very interested in that. We're not gonna be training 220 in that case. We're gonna be training 216, which is very helpful. It frees up a good amount of experience for other things. Okay, get over here, Uruk. Let me go for Curare. And then we tap, and I deal obscene damage already, so killing Uruk is not an issue. The bug body is more scary than Uruk, however. Yeah, I think that I want invocations. Okay, that was scary. The bug bodies have very explosive damage output, especially at this point in the game. Even in Swamp, those guys are dangerous. Seven-headed Hydra. Okay, I can deal with it. I can deal with it. Just wanna find the corridor in case bad things happen. I would like to believe that I can deal with it, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Okay, shoutouts to carrying that rapier precisely for the purpose of killing Hydras, and shoutouts to Dexterity for actually letting me kill that Hydra. Yeah, the volcano was a full clear. I out-explored everything, and I didn't really get a lot of enemies, nor a lot of loot, but I got my my Cloak of Fire resistance. Like, what else would you really want from that place? Cloak of Fire resistance is about the best that you can get from a volcano. So I wonder if this is damage rating 34 versus 32 from the double sword. The double sword is already at min delay, however, so I bet that the double sword is more powerful. I want to find the enchant weapon and brand weapon now. And considering that I already read identify or read blinking, I can just read identify everything else. We got butterflies. Oh no, I have seen how this ends. I am no stranger to that. So yeah, if you read butterflies and then you read immolation, you walk away from the butterflies. And then you continue reading your stuff. Let's see if I would have gotten poison. Yeah. Okay, I know your game, Kroll. I know your tricks. Oh man, like, the game is sentient. It's so obvious that the game is sentient. The game really tries to kill you at times. That's so funny, isn't it? Oh, I'm a Merfolk. Why am I not doing Merfolk things and jumping into the water? Yeah, it's just that with almost every other species, you're so conditioned to not jump into the water because it's a debuff. But with a Merfolk, it's pretty much a buff. Like, sure, you lose the boots, and by extension, you lose the boots armor class, but you gain so much evasion. I should continue reading stuff. Maybe we find the enchant weapon or brand weapon. The Shining One forgives your inadvertent evil act just this once. Fortunately for me, I have 3 pips of resistance to negative because Worshipper of the Shining One, so that doesn't hurt me as much as it hurt those monsters. Careful with the Black Mamba and the sheep getting put to sleep there would have hurt a lot. Yeah, okay. Things are good. Things are very good indeed. When it comes to spells, like, I am not that much of a fan of going spells on a character like this one, but I could have theoretically done it. I guess that I can still do it. I'm still in time to do it. That spear would have been incredible if I had been using polearms, but we don't do that here. We are only swords dexterity merfolks, not polearm strength merfolks. Maybe if strength is buffed soon. Oh wait, this looks like the kind of situation where I should jump down the hatch. Or down the shaft. What was here? Gauntlet. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, because I'm also having to fight an Hydra. I still do not have angels. Yeah, I'm still kind of far from the angels. Can I try though? Yeah, okay. Only took me 2 attempts to get a Deva, and then the Deva is gonna kill absolutely everything because Devas are incredible. Deva versus... Oh no, it has a Eudemon Blade. Is it gonna kill the Hydra? I don't know if it's gonna kill the Hydra. Oh, the Hydra is paralyzed. Might as well seize the opportunity to give it a million hits and not deal any damage to them. I hate Hydras. I hate Hydras so much. Hydras shouldn't exist. Hydras shouldn't exist. They really shouldn't exist. Look, did you see that? It's not like I have bad damage output or anything. It's just that Hydras are dumb. Okay, fortunately I had evocations and I could deal with the Hydra. But yeah, never tap Hydras if you have a bladed weapon. Like it's not gonna end well for you. Okay, this angel has been extremely useful. Oh, the Deva was not chopping off the Hydra heads. Did you see that? Huh. Do angels cheat? Do monsters cheat and don't chop off Hydra heads? Wouldn't be surprised. Let's read magic mapping because I definitely want to go into the Gauntlet. I think that what we just went through is a pretty good indicator of the power level of this character. Oh wow, I got so much skill that my angels went from 40% to 17%. Your Deva dissolves into sparkling lights. Well, it's fine. It did what it needed to do, and then it went away. Good guy, Deva. Have a lot of silver jabs. Perhaps like this large amount of silver jabs makes me think that it is not a terrible idea to actually go for throwing for real. Unfortunately, I got I got swamp instead of shoals, so I won't really be getting a lot of jabs. How happy am I that Labyrinth was replaced? Yeah, well, that happened a long time ago, but yeah, I like Gauntlet way more than I ever liked the Labyrinth. I think the Gauntlet is a surprisingly good design. So yeah, I really do like it a lot more than the Labyrinth. Didn't get to play with the Labyrinth a lot on stream. Like I know that I did some Labyrinths on stream, but not that many of them. I've done way more Gauntlets on stream than I've done Labyrinths. Okay, 2 Randart amulets is what we got, which is pretty great because I don't have an amulet. And by that I mean I have Guardian Spirit. Yeah, Gauntlet is so much better. And I got Hurling Globes again. Yeah, so that's another good reason to go for throwing. I hadn't even thought about the Hurling Gauntlets, but they definitely help. So I guess that I'm gonna have to decide what to do depending on what I would have to fight against. That Scarab? Okay, we're going to the other one. That's very easy. That's very easy to determine. You never go to where the Death Scarab is in the Gauntlet because the Death Scarabs are unkillable, deadly threats. I think I want those potions of mutation. What is this? Ocle of Plant, Acid Dragon, Acid Dragon, Acid Dragon, right? I don't have resistance to corrosion. It could be a little bit of an issue, but only a teeny tiny issue. Careful with the shining eye. I don't think those guys are gonna walk towards me. Might as well seize the opportunity and just bail, right? Free level 1 of the Gauntlet. Now what does that have? A scroll that could be acquirement? Okay, so what scrolls am I have I yet to find? Acquirement, brand weapon, enchant weapon, and other stuff. Right, but like that's a good amount of scrolls that I have not seen. That I want, I mean. Yeah, acquirement, brand weapon, enchant weapon, and silence. So 3 out of those 4 would be a really good thing for me. I think that I go to the unidentified scroll. Ouch, got hit a tiny bit, and I'm getting lag now. Okay. So far I haven't killed anything here. But I'm not going to where the death scarabs are. No, definitely not. I have learned that lesson. Okay, I have identified, let's read this. It's enchant weapon, pretty good. We enchant the double sword. And then immediately upon landing, I'm gonna have to fight a wolf spider. I think it's gonna be okay. Maybe I drink might? I have regen, right? You started playing Crawl so long ago that you remember Mountain Dwarfs? Yeah, me too. Like I've been playing for, what is it, 12 years at this point? Yeah, 12 years. Um, but I've only been playing on stream for 3 years. Potion of 3 is gonna be extremely useful for dealing with these guys. I'm actually gonna go for it, because it gives me poison resistance. Now, if only those guys knew to walk around and actually reach me before my transformation finishes. Okay, that went okay. That went pretty okay. And we got a pretty worthless amulet, but I guess it is an upgrade over my plain Guardian Spirit. I just wish that it wasn't Guardian Spirit. It could have been pretty much any other kind of amulet and it would have been better. Minotaur with a +9 Brodax. That's a 9 strength +9 Brodax. Yeah, if I was an axe character, like between the +7 battle axe and this +9 Brodax, I would have been so happy. But I am okay being a swords character. I've also gotten some pretty good stuff from swords. You don't have poison resistance, do you? Okay, you don't. So that means Kirari. And if I had a net, I would also throw a net at you. Careful with the Minotaur because it hits really hard. Yeah, 20. It's not long. It's no longer slow. Gonna throw another Curare Dart. You killed the Minotaur, yeah. That guy was carrying Blinking, so that's pretty neat. Condenser Bane. And another unidentified scroll. So things are looking pretty good for this character. Scroll of Silence, Scroll of Brand Weapon. Okay, Brand Weapon on the double sword. Heavy. But at least I have it at one point at min delay already, so it's not gonna be that bad. But I do look forward to getting rid of that eventually. It does kind of suck to have gotten heavy. I prefer to not have heavy. Yeah. Let me turn on auto pickup for enchant armor, enchant weapon. At least the Spirit Rendered was kind enough to have +9 mana. Yeah, that's not terrible. It's kind of like the Amulet of Vitality if you think about it. I'm glad that I can kill Hydras with what I have. Yeah, that was a great worry of mine when coming here, because Hydras are so annoying. Chainmail of Fire Resistance. I might want to use that eventually. Don't I already have something better though? Am I not... Didn't I take out a +4 Chainmail? Yeah, I took out a +4 Chainmail of Fire Resistance. I don't have Cold Resistance, so I'm gonna wait to kill that Ice Dragon. Careful with the combination Torpor Snail Hornet. Yep. Tyrant Leech is also really nasty. Gotta fight all of those things in 1 versus 1s. Especially now that I have a slow weapon. A slow weapon really punishes me for fighting things many versus 1. Yeah, with other weapons, like I think you can get away with it, but not with a heavy weapon. Miraculously, I have not gotten hit by those guys a lot, like while I was retreating. Yikes. That was a lot of stuff to happen, but we emerged victorious. I'm gonna get 13 invocations, and after that we are gonna be training other things, probably throwing. Unfortunately, we got Swamp, so we're gonna need a way to kill Hydras by the time we get to Swamp. You know, a way, like a true way to kill Hydras, not this Rapier. It does work okay, but I don't think that we can afford to use a Rapier to kill more than one Hydra at the same time. So throwing it is, yeah. I can go snag that helm behind the bolt door. Yeah, it was on Lair 1. I'm absolutely gonna do it. Okay, I got acid scales, so at least now I will have resistance to corrosion if I need it. Not that that's that much of a worry, in my opinion. It's only really necessary for slime. Sometimes for salt, but more often than not, it's not that bad if you don't have it in salt. I often do salt without that, actually. I have fire resistance, so I think that I can beat this fire dragon. I'm more concerned about the swamp dragons and their clouds of poison. Okay, that was kind of scary. Yeah, that was kind of really scary. Scroll of enchant weapon. Bardich. If I had gone for polearms, I also had a good sequence of weapons. The game has been very benevolent. You know, apart from that one occasion where it literally could have killed me if I had read those 3 scrolls, if I hadn't stopped, I would have died. 100% I would have died. But yeah, I've seen it happen before, so you're not getting me with that game. Not this time. Helmet. It's on Lair 1. I should be able to deal with it. Oh, you don't know how to get there because I hatched myself. So I'm not done with Lair. That means that I'm not done with Lair. Careful with the Sky Shark. It's gonna go berserk. Or not. Yep. Merfolk moment. Definitely a Merfolk moment right now. How much heal wounds do I have? 8? I've I've drank a good amount of them. Wow, like really the game can be pretty benevolent at times. It is crazy. Um I cannot deal with Rupert. I'm just gonna get paralyzed and killed if I try. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go upstairs. I'm glad that I'm a Merfolk and this is actually super easy to do. Okay, so Lair 40 is Rupert's domain. I have no reason to go back to it, perhaps ever. So yeah, but if I eventually get the things required to be able to beat Rupert, I'm gonna go and kill Rupert, and everything is gonna be okay. Gastronog dies. I get a hat of intelligence, and then I get marked. Gotta go towards choke point. Jikes and Hydra. I really do despise Hydra so much. Oh, I got shafted? Okay, this is getting kind of old. I guess that the last time I shafted myself purposefully, that doesn't remove the possibility of getting shafted by the game. But yeah, kind of annoying. Go Lair 1. Let's go find that ruined door. If I press this button, it's gonna take me there. Open this. I like it. I like it. It's not perfectly doable just yet. Oh, look at that, a Minotaur. I have identified the last ones too. What do you have? Chainmail and jabs. Okay, we have been finding a good amount of jabs thanks to finding a Minotaur, which I appreciate. Please actually hit the Minotaur. It's throwing. I'm gonna get more throwing. Yeah, cool. I don't think that the helmet was part of the bolt. I think that the helmet was just randomly generated there, which is pretty funny because I think the helmet was the best piece of loot that I got from doing this. Um, yeah, a little bit of money. I won the mind burst, 2 potions of haste. Well, 1 potion of haste. Um, didn't get a lot out of doing this, but it's perfectly fine. Um, alrighty, let's go do D12 now. Ah, Hydras. They chase me even after Lair, or even outside of Lair. Very annoying. Okay, this character feels really strong, but I know that I'm just like letting myself fall into the trap of heavy. Heavy feels pretty good until it stops feeling pretty good, and usually the moment that it stops, like the fight where it stops feeling pretty good is the fight where you die. So like it's just a death trap to use heavy, unless it's specifically a demon whip. I think that heavy demon whip is a legit really good weapon, but that's about the only heavy weapon that has my seal of approval. Well, that and Dark Maul, because Dark Maul's damage output really is like the most ridiculous thing that exists in this game. It's kind of absurd how much damage that puts out. If I go for 15 runes with this character, which so far I have gotten some pretty okay stuff, but I don't have anything that would signal me, yeah, go 15 runes, but I guess I still haven't seen that much of the game. But anyway, if I do it, I'm gonna go do SOT 5, and then I would end stream, go eat something, and then come back and actually finish the character. But yeah, so far for my first character in the tournament, this is going very well. Last tournament I wasn't able to win my first character, but it's very good that this time seems to be going much better. Like this time I actually might be able to do such a thing. Um, Yeah, I was wondering what's up with my high armor class, but like I have found a bunch of really good highly enchanted items. Chainmail of willpower sounds very interesting to me. Unfortunately, it would mean sacrificing my regen, but willpower is very important to, not get banished and die. This character would have serious issues in the Abyss since I have the halo of the Shining One. So that means no stealth. That means every monster would just be fighting me. Self-improvement boutique, manuals of transmutations, manuals of access too, in case I wanted to use that +9 Brodax or that +7 Ballax. But I do not wish to use such things with this character. I have been pumping dexterity for a reason. Dexterity is really good. Hmm. Okay, careful with the wizard. I do not have File of Lots, but I do have a Scroll of Silence. And I suspect this is the depths entrance, so I'm just gonna clear it of any more potential wizards. Yeah, this is obviously the depths entrance. There was only one wizard, fortunately. Roxanne. Another Hydra. Bring it on, I can beat you. It just takes me quite a while. I haven't found a single Efreet, that's crazy. But I suspect that, like, I'm gonna have to find one eventually. I bet that Azrael is gonna be in Orc or something. And that's how I'm gonna get my Hydra Bane for the purpose of doing Swamp. Still a bit laggy, but nothing too bad. Lodul band. Let me go put on resistance to electricity. Fortunately, I do have that. Very laggy. Very, very laggy. Like, you guys are still stuck in D14 with Lodul, and I'm on D15 waiting um, for my inventory window to come up so I can put on my resistance to electricity. Is it not gonna do it? Stop lagging, game. We got stuff to slay. Yep, it's gone. It's gone. I don't think it's coming back. Man, that's how it is every tournament. The servers are really not intended to withstand the load that the tournaments exert upon them. Um, but I get it. You know, after all, it's like free. Mm. Alrighty, it's back. It's back. It only took like a minute. Let me put on my resistance to electricity, go back up, and now I can fight Ladul without fear of dying. I got 477 gold from killing Ladul. Very nice. Good amount of gold. And there it is, Freed wielding a +4 scimitar of flaming. I could even consider switching to that while I fix my double sword so that I do not have a really slow weapon. But at the very least, that's gonna be a better Hydra Bane than the Rapier. I think we can drop the Great Sword as well. Because the Great Sword has a similar issue that the one I have with what I currently have. Ouch. Oh yeah. This guy's summoning two specifically white ugly things. Like, yeah, that's really nasty. Fear works? Okay, Fear kinda did work. Got rid of 2 out of the 3. That should buy me enough time to kill the crystal statue. Yeah, the alternative there was using blinking, and I very strongly considered it until I opened the inventory and I saw that I had fear, and then the idea sparked on my head, like maybe I shouldn't use blinking here. I'm glad that it worked. It was kind of a gamble. Blinking was a more certain way to not die, but I had to gamble for the chance to not die. Because I cannot just afford to use blinking every time that I'm in a situation that has even the slightest chance to kill me. If it was the case, then playing crawl would be impossible. Okay. So that's a lot of mages. I'm gonna use a scroll of silence. Fortunately, I have been finding some good amounts of them. Um, Wait, the Bogart summoned wizards? Oh, I got jebaited. I got jebaited so hard. I wouldn't have used the Scroll of Silence if I had seen that the Bogart had summoned the wizard. I would have just thrown jabs at the Bogart. Was that a rendered rapier? Yes. There was a thing that I was using to kill Hydras. Oh, careful with the ugly things because they're white. Very, very damaging white ugly things. We don't want to mess with them. But as long as I'm fighting them one-on-one, it's fine. Yikes. One advantage to Taos, you saw someone's symbol on the enemies. Yeah, I think that as console gets indicators for certain things, like for example, the Shadow Raid has an invisible indicator, even though that doesn't particularly matter too much. It's not like it's gonna still be invisible after all. I have seen invisible and I have the halo. There's no way that guy stops being visible. So the invisible indicator doesn't make a lot of sense. But I think that a good indicator that could be added would be a summoned indicator. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm gonna have to see or to pay more attention next time I see an enemy. Because if you inspect the enemy, it does tell you summoned, but it should be more visible without having to inspect the enemy. Is what I'm trying to say. I only wanted to do D12, but I ended up doing all of the dungeon. Nim, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yep, I play a lot of Crawl and Reef Wizard, and Path of Akra is looking like it's gonna become part of the stream as well. Okay, better start dance these guys before the Warlord mighties all of them. Well, they're already mighty, but you know, it's just easier to kill them like this. How do you see the tournament page, or how do you play in the tournament? The way to play in the tournament is very simple. You just play in stable, don't play on trunk, and you're already participating in the tournament. You gotta play online, of course. And the tournament, the point of a crawl tournament is that there's a bunch of banners. Banners are like achievements during the tournament. And they require you to do some. Well, the stuff that they require you to do actually varies a good amount. Banner collection. I wonder how am I doing? Someone already won, right? Yeah, I'm sure that some people already won. Where am I? Nine Settler has 3 out of 100. Oh no, 3% of the banners, I think. I have Gosak 1 and Ru 1. What are those banners? I'm in 49th place out of 126. Find 1,000 gold in a single game and reach the temple without using any potions or scrolls. I wasn't even trying to do that. Tier 3 of that one is difficult. Collect a rune without using any potions or scrolls. So yeah, that's how you play in the tournament. We've been playing for an hour and 12 minutes. This hasn't really been going that fast, now that I think about it. Helps a bit that it has been kind of laggy, I suppose. You know what? That looks like it is a place for me to use Condenser Bane on, more than a place to run away from. Yeah, I saw a large amount of ogres. By the way, I think that this is the most difficult and dangerous orc ending. I'm gonna use a potion of haste. The Orc Knight has an arbalest. Oh, come on. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life right now. Oh, but yeah, it got its line of fire blocked, so okay. It could have been pretty bad. But yes, I suspected this was the kind of place for me to use Condenser Bane instead of the kind of place for me to retreat. I'm also gonna add Immolation. I don't think that kills me. Yeah, it was at very high amounts of HP. That's how you use Immolation. Yep. Took a small 43 damage. And now I am lagging the server, I suppose, because of the large amount of explosions. Lots of priests. Very scary. It's always kind of nerve-wracking to fight a large amount of priests, because if they all, like if the stars align and all of them decide to smite you like 3 turns in a row, you're gonna die. Fortunately, it's not such a common thing, but it is a thing that could theoretically happen. That's why I was saying earlier, like if you were to want to use a scroll blinking in every situation where the game has a slight amount of chance to kill you, like you would run out of scrolls of blinking so quickly. That is, in my opinion, not such a good thing. Like I think that either blinking should be slightly more abundant, or the game shouldn't create situations where you're so likely, or where you have a slight amount of chance to die, like so frequently. And I mean like not because you made a mistake or because you like decided to continue fighting in a situation where you had like 10 HP. No, I mean like, okay, yeah, I am at 80% HP and I am fighting 6 priests at the same time. If theoretically, if all 6 priests smite me 2 times or 2 turns in a row, I die. But is that gonna happen? Ideally, you would say no, it's not gonna happen, but there's always a possibility. Sonia unfortunately falls victim to her most glaring weakness, which is not having willpower. I'm kind of on the same boat, so yeah, that could be me in the future. Okay, that's 16 throwing. Um, I think we get 18 fighting and 21 dodging now. That seems about right. Um, I have trained so much throwing, and I haven't been throwing boomerangs. I think that's probably what I'm gonna be doing next. So we're done with the dungeon, right? Hmm. I thought that there was a level that I had not completely cleared, but that was only in Lair. Okay, yeah, we're done with the dungeon. We're done with Orc and Lair, apart from Rupert's level. And I acquired an Hydra Vein, so we are good to go do Swamp. I'm gonna need some poison resistance for Swamp. Fortunately, I have Swamp skills. That's what we're gonna be using for Swamp. Lucky me that I got Swamp skills before having to enter Swamp. Okay. This is the part of the game where I'm most likely to die, I think. Things could go pretty poorly here. Not to mention that there's also a bug body. Um, yeah, lots of box bodies. In fact, I am already in a pretty nasty fight to begin with. The general rule in Swamp is that you want to fight only one thing at the same time. Fighting multiple things at the same time is bad in Swamp because the monsters are individually very powerful. But like that's kind of the point. The monsters are individually very powerful, but they don't come at you multiples at a time. So it's kind of okay. But if you're fighting multiple things at the same time, things will very quickly go down the drain here. Um, yeah, kind of like this. Um, I I think that this is still easier than my other option. We got Spider, and I don't have that much armor class. I only have 27, 21. Um, yeah, Spider sucks, especially because I am using a heavy weapon. Um, the heavy weapon is also a good reason for me not to want to fight multiple things at the same time. Very scary. Still no brand weapons for fixing my double sword. But at least it's highly enchanted. So once I rebrand it, I could put Holy Wrath on it, now that I think about it. Yeah, that's a way to get rid of heavy. Nothing like a bunny at the door into Swamp 1 who chooses to scream immediately. Like you enter Swamp and it just like immediately bunny screams. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm glad that I am a Merfolk. I keep forgetting that I'm a Merfolk and I have the ability to just jump into the water and amass incredible evasion so that these guys never hit me with anything. Pog body. What's the goal for this run? For this run, just 3 runes. I might do 15 runes, but I still do not know. The way that I approach 15 runes is like you never force it, because if you force it, you're gonna take a character that cannot do extended to extended, and you're gonna kill it, and then you're gonna feel like you wasted a bunch of time trying to do 15 runes when you could have won 3 runes. At least that's how it is for me. So I am going to do the character, and then like if the character happens to be powerful enough for me to want to do 15 runes, I will do 15 runes. But I still do not know. Dying is fun? I disagree. I disagree. Devs think dying is fun, but I don't think dying is fun. Whenever I start a crawl game, is because I am trying to win a crawl game, not because I'm trying to die. Um, oh, I'm faster than these guys when on water? That's cool. I still haven't been using my boomerangs a lot. I really should. Get away from me. Okay, I don't think it's gonna get away from me. What if I use the scimitar for this place instead of the double sword? The double sword deals way more damage than the scimitar. Damage rating 28 versus 64, but the scimitar is at min delay and the double sword is at 1.0 delay. I noticed the damage output difference. Like it is really, really noticeable. I'm gonna throw some jabs here. Jabs are precisely for situations like this where a summoner is hiding behind all of its summons. Alrighty, that went well. Yeah, I go for throwing runs very so sporadically that I'm always surprised when I actually manage to kill things from like full HP with throwing alone. Great Sword of Flaming with resistance to electricity. That seems like a pretty okay thing to have. The gold is also like there's a good amount of gold in there. By the way, what did I get in Orc? Did I get like what did I get in the shops? Distillery, scroll shop, bookshop, bookshop. Jeez. Okay. That's a bunch of stuff that's not for me. I think that I'm just gonna get the Great Sword of Flaming so that I deal a bit more damage versus or versus the Hydras and stuff. Lag, very annoying. Yeah, throwing is just really strong altogether. Um, it's one of those skills that like scale super hard the more skill level you have. So I might have to play Nakrasiak with how laggy this is. Um, yeah, I'm gonna get the Greatsword. Another reason why I want the Greatsword, or why I am considering the Greatsword, is because if I want resistance to electricity, the Greatsword also has it, so I can easily switch into that for bolts, for example. So yeah, as I was saying when it came to throwing, the more skill, the more damage, and by extension, by the late game, it's really really strong. Oh yeah, look at that! It feels nice to be able to tap so well. Yeah, I don't want to get to 20 swords because I'm eventually gonna put on a shield. I just haven't found one. Yeah, I found a buckler. I'm not putting on a buckler. I would rather use this great sword for a while. My main weapon is definitely gonna be the double sword that I've been enchanting. I just need to find another scroll of brand weapon to fix it. This character is pretty strong. I have to say that. Oh, Kite Shield of Reflection. That's definitely a shield that I could use. I'm gonna train more fighting. Only fighting, and then we're gonna be getting shields instead of dodging. Careful with Defense Strider. It has a 52% chance to paralyze me. Yeah, that's not good, especially when Donald is right around the corner. That could have been really scary. You know what? The combination of those two guys makes me not want to be here. So I'm just gonna skip the level. Your Demon Blade? I don't think that well, maybe. If I do go extended, I would bless the great sword or like the double sword that I have. It wouldn't turn into a Demon Blade, but I would bless it. Hmm. One of paralysis. Got 14 charges of paralysis. Oh wow, got 24 charges of paralysis in such a short amount of time. Very convenient. Um, Good guy Eleonoma choosing to hook me up with crazy amounts of paralysis. Maybe I should get more evocations. No, no, I shouldn't. I like my fighting. I should get more fighting. That's a lot of enemies. Makes me very nervous. Yeah, okay, that's enough enemies for me to not want to be here. I'm gonna re-teleport. What does that ghost have anyway? It's very tanky. That's what it has. It doesn't even deal that much damage, but I don't think that I would have an easy time killing it because it's very tanky. Those ones are why you love Swamp, or at least you prefer it over Shoals. Shoals has Throwables, and Swamp has one charges. And in this case, I would have preferred to get Throwables, to be completely honest. But it's just what it is. Man, these boomerangs are melting these guys. It helps that I have Slaying. Yeah, I have Gloves of Hurling. Yeah. Source Dexterity Merfolk is so busted. It is extremely strong because since you have great aptitudes, it lets you do stuff like train these things that I have been training, throwing and invocations and evocations. Yeah, the power of good aptitudes is, in my opinion, undervalued by a lot of people in the community. Like some people say, yeah, aptitudes are a lie. Like aptitudes don't mean anything, but that's not really the case. Aptitudes directly influence how easy the game is in the early to mid parts, where experience gain is the most important. Obviously, later on, it doesn't matter that much. But in order to get to later on, you need to go through the first parts of the game where aptitudes do matter. You're a fan of aptitudes, yeah. Um, Devs don't like them because aptitudes kinda stifle design. But you cannot just get away with making a species that has terrible aptitudes. Palentonga is the very clear example of that. Like, Palentonga was so unpopular that it got reworked into Armator. And what does Armator have that Palentonga doesn't have? Good aptitudes. That's really the only thing. Palentonga has good aptitudes, and or like Armator has good aptitudes better than Palentonga, and that's why Armator is played a lot more than Palentonga. I like Armator a lot more than Palentonga. Mummy, but Mummy is like its own thing. It's challenge species. It's always been that. Doesn't make sense to add another one when there's already one species that's that. It would be like adding another cat. And in fact, it is the same reasoning by why Mountain Dwarf was eventually was removed from the game so long ago, because it was so similar to Hilorg and Minotaur. All right, we got rune number 1. Now we can go do bolts. Hold on. This is what I'm thinking of. Put on ice scales. Find a ring of fire resistance. Well, fire resistance is not that important in bolts. Put on ice scales and equip that helmet of resistance to electricity and a shield. Well, I need to kill Donald for that, and I don't want to do it just yet until I have willpower. Okay, ideally I wouldn't use those again. That's why I'm dropping them. Put on the helmet. Where the helmet? Why did I drop the helmet? Did I drop it by accident? I think that I did. Okay, we got a 27-17 defenses. It could be better. And maybe it's time to get some armor skill. Yeah, getting some armor skill is not gonna take me that long. Let's go to bolts. You can decide what skill to level, just play null. I don't like null precisely because I like to do that kind of thing a lot. Okay, wow, immediately upon entering bolts, we are thrown into a kind of BS fight. um, I kind of want to drink attraction. Just so that these guys stop shooting at me. The main thing that was making me not want to do it is the Bolt Warden, but the Bolt Warden is already next to me, so whatever. Oof, that was one very rough fight immediately upon entering bolts. Of course, this character is gonna struggle if fighting two bands of things with launchers plus a Bolt Warden from the very beginning. The Bolt Warden was the nastiest thing too because it made it so that I couldn't just get out of there. Mm, Cleansing Flame. Oh yeah, I'm a worshipper of the Shining One. That means that I just get free Crypt experience and loot. Once I find it, I'm gonna immediately go in there. It's great. Don't lock the door. Okay, thank you for not locking the door. Alright. So I got my brand weapon and I got protection. And protection is okay, but I would have preferred to get something else. Um, I'm not that much of a fan of protection at this point in the game. You know, the normal slime creature is kind of scary. I do not want to mess with that. Gonna wait out the mark. Bolt 1 has been complicated so far. Oh no. Oh no. This is a pretty bad position to be in. I don't think that I die next turn, but this is bad. Fear? Okay. Yeah, I'll deal with that later. +4 heavy greatsword. What does that do? +4 heavy greatsword. Damage rating 69, so it's not that amazing. Yeah, I think that heavy brand is kind of a shame. I like the Vorpal a lot more than I like heavy. Oh, brand weapon, brand weapon. Flaming, yeah, goodbye scimitar. I guess also goodbye greatsword that I acquired. I could have gotten 1300 gold, but only time will tell if I should have gotten 1300 gold. Oh, very dangerous that both the frost hearts and the dire elephants here are also that kind of blue that is almost invisible for me. That's extremely annoying. The frost heart was ruining everything. But at least I have cold resistance and resistance to electricity. It could have been way worse. Yeah, unfortunately I got Flaming right after doing Swamp. I could have definitely used Flaming in Swamp. So I could have Hydras without having to switch weapons. In fact, I don't know if you noticed, but I eventually just stuck to using the Great Swords, precisely because I didn't want to switch weapons. I didn't want to do it because if I am constantly switching weapons, I'm going to eventually forget to do so and tab an Hydra with a weapon that's not a sword, and like that's just gonna be nasty. Okay, it sure feels nice to not have a heavy weapon and actually be able to tap multiple monsters in an open arena without a corridor. Oh, these center bands. I still do not have Condenser Vein because, in case you're not aware, Experience Vocals got nerfed into the ground recently. I think that it's a a bit of a shame that they got nerfed so badly. But it's just how it is. Yeah, they used to recharge much faster. Now it takes forever for them to recharge. Oh, there was a wizard there. I'm glad that it was merciful this time and it didn't decide to banish me. Do I not have... Yeah, Ring of Willpower would be nice to have. I have a chainmail, but I cannot wear it. I only have 12 strength. It would absolutely destroy my evasion. In fact, like, the ice scales that I have on are already destroying my evasion. They only have encumbrance rating of 11. That's how bad it is. Okay. Every time that I fight a monster with a hex, it hexes me, apart from the wizards. Oh, we got salt. I'm not doing that. How much willpower do I have? 1 pip of willpower. If you want to know the exact number, it's 54 because Merfolk get 3 willpower per level up, and I have 8. I'm experience level 18, so 18 times 3 is 54. It's not a lot of willpower, I can tell you. Yeah, I'm not doing salt. I'm not even gonna bother trying to find it. Or maybe I should go in and immediately go out, because for tournament purposes. Because I'm not gonna do that, but I can go in and immediately go out. Yeah, I hadn't thought about it. Okay, please do not hex me, Mr. Wizard. Please do not hex me. Please do not hex me. I don't have a scroll. Oh, well, I guess I do have 2 scrolls of silence, but you resist with some effort. What's your chance to destroy me? 37. Jeez. Please don't kill me. Okay, thank you. Thank you for cooperating, Mr. Wizard. So what is salt? Yeah, upon remembering that I'm playing the tournament and the tournament cares about that kind of thing, I have decided that I do want to go into salt. Okay, I also want to use attraction versus those guys. Attraction is pretty good for not dying to Yaktar bands that you find in a corridor in bolts. Very laggy. Very laggy. Tiles is really lagging behind console now. Yeah, it's like several turns behind. And console itself is several turns behind my actual inputs. Man, I'm gonna switch to Kelby after this character. Or to Akrasiak after this character. Maybe Akrasiak will be better. Oh, I found salt. Really nice. Let's go in. Now let's go out. Where's the exit? Oh, there it is. Yep. I'm glad that I found the exit before getting into a fight. Experienced casting. Ah, it's a bunch of level 5 spells. Zombie hands. So I have already gotten a good amount of bookshops. I bet that I have Shatter. I do have Shatter. I have a Book of Annihilations, which means Chain Lightning, Firestorm, and Shatter. If I want us to do that, I definitely could. I already have the most important thing, which is the actual spells. These guys are pretty nasty. I'm glad that it was alone. Well, even now with Stone Giant Skeleton, it wasn't that big of an issue that I got hexed by it. I definitely cannot do Elf. I got reminded of the existence of Elf by that Annihilator skeleton. We cannot do that just yet because no willpower. Yeah, I have fire resistance, I have good damage output from afar, but I don't have willpower. I'll do Elf when I have willpower. So I should inscribe the level outside of bolts. with Wreath Teleport before getting out so that I do exactly that and I don't get destroyed by the Titanic Slime Creature when leaving bolts. um, but who knows, maybe by the time I get out here I'm gonna be powerful enough to just be able to deal with the Titanic Slime Creature, no issues. Mm. That Demonology summon a Reaper. It shouldn't be that much of an issue. Okay. I killed the Reaper, but I also killed the Demonologist, so things were okay. I should probably get out of the level considering that I'm marked. So far this has been going pretty okay, and that's the entrance to Crypt. I think that I clear this level and then I go Crypt. What if I turn on invocations and I train a lot of that for Crypt? Okay, things are going very well in this first game of the tournament. I hope that your games have been going as well as mine have. Oh, Sphinx, careful. Now that I think of it, that's a really good reason to not do Crypt immediately. Crypt has vampire knights who have paralyze. So, I'm gonna wait until I find the source of willpower. I think that it's kind of miraculous that the game hasn't killed me because I have no willpower yet. How does the tournament work? Play online in any of the servers. Play a stable, don't play trunk, and you're playing in the tournament. And there's things that you can do in the tournament, like achievements. Like for example, in this run, I got the they're called banners. I got the banner that you get for getting to the temple without using any potions or scrolls. Which is not particularly that difficult, but like the highest level of that one is getting a rune without using potions or scrolls, and that rune cannot be slime rune. So yeah, that one is kind of difficult to get. I have never gotten that one actually. There's a good amount of banners in the tournament that I have never gotten. But yeah, when it comes to the tournament, you can streak, you can do cigarette grinding, you can do a bunch of different things in order to do well in the tournament. It's really cool. I'm gonna re-teleport because I got marked. Because obviously I got marked. Every time that I see a bolt sentinel, I'm gonna get marked. Because I have no willpower. Would certainly be nice to get willpower at some point, not gonna lie. I might be powerful enough to do Spider, to be completely honest. It's just that I am a bit unnerved by not having a shield just yet. Maybe I should train for a shield. So yeah, the tournament lasts for 2 weeks, and it's pretty much how much of the tournament you can do in those 2 weeks. I like to do Lord of Darkness 3, which is a banner that you get for winning the game without entering Lair, Orc, or the Bolts. It's very difficult to get. I used to get it every tournament, but I haven't been able to get it in a bit. Yeah, and this tournament they nerfed what I used to get that, so it might be more difficult. I might have to, or like, if I get a really strong swords run going, I would try to go for that. Okay, Ghost has no evasion, so it just dies. Staff of Fire with cold resistance, very cool. Staff of Resistance. Okay, if those guys hit me, it would be kind of nasty. The red ugly things are. Um, I have no resistance for them, is what I'm trying to say. How's my spellcasting? Zero spellcasting. No magic. I can get magic. I can get good magic. It's just that I haven't done it. And with the way that this is going, I might not do it at all. Oh, I got locked in. Well, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. Yep. Being a Vault Warden must be a very nasty job. You're in charge of locking people in, and those people are gonna try their best to kill you first and foremost, so that they can get out. Yeah, I wouldn't like to be a Vault Warden. Also Yaktars. Kind of annoying. I don't like Yaktars. They force me to go to the corner. Yep. I've been getting hexed left and right by anything that can hex me, except for wizards. So I consider that to be lucky, that the wizards, which are the ones with the nastiest hex here, haven't hexed me, but it definitely is kind of unnerving um, to be hexed so frequently. Okay, I don't like to actually kill them all with just throwing jabs, because jabs are a very precious, limited resource. But I do like to soften them up by throwing jabs. That has been working very well for me. Why is this guy not taking any damage from my boomerangs? My boomerang's still okay damage, right? Damage rating 33. Would be better if I had more dexterity, but it's okay. Okay, I just repositioned not to go in the room because I knew that the Vault Warden was gonna lock it, but to remove the dispersal trap here. This is so dangerous if you see Jacks, Yaktars, because they're gonna jump in there and then they're gonna be far away from you again. And you might not be able to survive that much, that many shots. Okay, this time I did want to go around the corner, and the Vault Warden deprived me of my corner. Oh. Okay, Wizard blinks next to me, makes things easy. You know, Condenser Vein seems like a thing to use right about now. Is it me or it got further nerfed? Does it only make one tile of poison now? Instead of making, or like one tile of clouds, instead of making one, a 3x3 of clouds? Let me read it. Was it seriously necessary to nerf Condenser Vein that badly? Around hostile monsters near the user. Near the user. I'm gonna have to check the change log for that kind of thing. Curing. Okay, very nasty Vault Warden. Yeah, but very nasty fight altogether. Didn't like it. I wonder why experience Bokobos were nerfed into the ground this version. Like, Was it really necessary in the first place to nerf experience evocables that badly? I don't think so, personally. Hmm. Okay, that's a lot of monsters, including Baisushen. I'm not ready to fight all of that, so I'm just gonna read teleport. You guys are gonna teleport in, I'm gonna teleport out. Yeah, that's a very important thing about getting good at this game. You gotta be able to tell what kind of fights you can win and what kind of fights you can't win. And that was a fight that I was not gonna be able to win. Um, Something nice about having the halo of the Shining One is that monsters will always be able to find you. So, like, if you go around the corner, you can be sure that the monsters are gonna be walking towards you because they see your halo. It's pretty cool. Obviously, it doesn't work at all with any kind of attempt at stealth. The Shining One completely obliterates your stealth because of the halo. But at least it doesn't make you produce crazy amounts of noise the same way that Caslal does. So you can still kind of sneak past monsters or not take fights versus a million monsters. It's just that you're never gonna be able to stab them or anything. Okay, fully enchanted double sword of flaming. Um, Shen is vulnerable to silver, right? Yeah, hated by Zin, so I could use silver jabs. Alrighty, it wasn't difficult to kill Baisushen. Baisushen in this case does not drop scales, kind of an issue. Um, but not really, it's just that I would have liked storm scales. Those would have been useful. We're done with bolts, right? Okay, I guess that the time has come to face my fears. Go back to swamp and do. Oh, there's that Titanic slime creature. Well, it's not next to me, so I can just dig past, and now we can deal with it. Yeah, it's only an issue if it's a Titanic slime creature, but if it's a split, it's okay. Back to swamp, so we can kill Donald. Ideally, we would fight Donald in a 1 versus 1 with no help from the Fence Strider Witch. I'm pretty sure that I could beat it. Okay, there it is. Um, Reflecting. So yeah, console does get an indicator for when a monster can reflect things back at you, so that you don't die to a monster reflecting a marvelous shot at you, like Elliptic did the other day. Maybe I'll visit Hell next. Oh yeah, that's a nice message. The messages of Donald change depending on a bunch of things. Where Donald is, your god, your skills, your species. Like it's really cool. Like Donald has so much in the way of messages. It's pretty cute. Gonna throw some jabs because jabs work very well versus the monster with a shield. Yeah. And I have now acquired a kite shield of reflection, which I can put on. And now I have a shield that allows me to go do spider. I think I would like to believe so. Okay, we get paralyzed, and then it throws noxious bug at me, but we're okay. All right, weakness to cold. Better take off the helmet. You know, apart from the lack of willpower, we're not struggling that badly with resistances this run. I've had all that I need when it comes to the resistances so far. It's just that I'm starting to get nervous because I'm getting to the point where I would really, really need willpower or 1 pip of every resistance, and I just don't have that, nor I have a way to acquire that. That is kind of scary. Um, Spider it is. Let's go do spider. that is where we have to go next, unfortunately. Kirky, I'm gonna get turned into a pig. Or not. Okay, maybe I just kill Kirky fast enough that I don't get turned into a pig. That's certainly convenient. Yeah, imagine doing this with a heavy weapon. This would be the stuff of nightmares if I was trying to do it with a heavy weapon. Okay, went for the shield ability there. That's not something that I've done with the Shining One a lot, but as you can see, my shield number is now very girthy. So it is obviously very good. Yeah. Who needs willpower when you can just kill the spellcaster? Yeah, that's kind of like it. On the other hand, even if you get willpower, that's not a guarantee that you're not gonna get destroyed by the spellcaster, right? I have had characters that have like I had one very memorable character, where I was in SOT and I had finally acquired willpower after pretty much a full run of no willpower. I was a troll and I saw a lich and I was like, okay, I have willpower. I don't have to fear you so badly anymore. And I was at full HP with a tower shield and everything because endgame sought troll, right? Um, and the Lich instantly paralyzes me and then proceeds to summon a greater demon, and that and I got paralyzed for the maximum length. Back then it was 7 turns. I got paralyzed for 7 turns. I only managed to survive 5 turns. It summoned the Hell Beast, and the Hell Beast got Berserk. That's what happened. And it also summoned a couple of other things, but like the immediate sequence of actions was me getting paralyzed, it summoning a Hell Beast, and the Hell Beast getting Berserked. And that was enough for me to die from full HP after getting willpower. Yeah. That's just how it is with willpower sometimes. That's why I like to get two sources of it. Two sources of it pretty much guarantees that such a thing is not gonna happen. Um, Though some species can get away with only getting one. The species that get 4 willpower per level up. This one only gets 3, so I do need 2 sources of willpower, of which I have gotten 0, so things are not looking great, in that regard at least. When it comes to actually being able to kill enemies and not die to them in the process, I would say that this character is doing very well. I don't think that I want that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it on the floor. I don't need it. Would be cool to find another double sword or a demon blade. I think that maybe I would like uh, enchant or like bless the demon blade to get a demon blade, even though I think a blessed double sword is better because it deals way more damage. But I don't want to waste the 2 scrolls of enchant weapon that blessing applies to the weapon. Blessing something that is already fully enchanted. Wow, I have 8 scrolls of blinking. That's crazy. This character hasn't blinked a lot, so I consider that to be kind of a reward for not blinking a lot. But yeah, it's really crazy to have so many scrolls of blinking. It's the kind of thing that doesn't really happen that often. Okay, that's 2 rat roaches. I'm kind of afraid of them, so I'm just gonna go downstairs. I can't go down. Oh, it's a web. I thought that it was a hatch. Fear? Yikes! I didn't fear this rat roach. Okay, gave me yellow contamination. I'm just gonna wait it out. Fortunately, as you can see, I don't get malmutated. That was a pretty nasty fight, but we were able to survive through the use of a consumable. Low value consumable, Fear. I no longer have Fear, but it is okay because I have 8 blinkings. I think that using any consumables that you can to avoid getting to the point where you have to use a blinking is the way to go and the way to preserve blinking. Oh, instantly put to sleep by Isul. Yep, it was about time that I got hexed by something that could hex me. That was kind of scary, not gonna lie. Spark Wasp. I tapped it as if I had resistance to electricity. I forgot that on this loadout I do not have such a thing. Oh, you have a 3% chance to get hexed with paralysis. That's not very good. Okay, okay, stop doing that. Okay, at least the sleep is not as terrible as paralysis. It means that you're gonna get hit hard once, but it's not the end of the world. Enchant weapon. But I don't need enchant weapons anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it for when I find a demon blade, which is probably gonna happen. The main issue is that finding a demon blade takes forever. Like it's not something that is gonna happen in the early game, pretty much. So you cannot say, "Oh, I'm gonna hold on until I have a demon blade." For my character. No, you kind of have to use a scimitar if you want to use that. If you want to do that, unless you get really lucky like this character and find a double sword. A reason why I haven't, or why I don't like throwable characters that much, now that I think about it, is that I do not like how you have to rotate your quiver between, boomerangs and jabs and silver jabs. And it used to be way worse back when there were more throwables. And different kinds of needles and stuff, and branded throwables, branded ammo as well was pretty bad. I'm gonna let the contamination do its thing, and if I get something nasty, I'm just gonna drink mutation. Okay, nothing happened. Yeah, because the alternative is drinking cancellation. I only have one of them. I'm gonna hold on to it for when I actually need it. Okay, so far Spider hasn't been that difficult, but it hasn't been that difficult because I postponed it up until this point. Yeah, I knew that if I went in earlier, it would be very difficult. But now that I have a good shield and stuff, it's much more easy and safer to do. I'm tempted to read Immolation here, but I guess I could use Condenser Vein. Oh yeah, look at that. Um, hmm. All of the enemies are standing on acid. Yeah, like see, there's a good amount of tiles here that do not have clouds. What's up with these? Yeah. There's something weird happened with Condenser Vein. Does it only affect the tiles that are far away from me? Because look at that. Bunch of tiles that are next to me are not affected by it. I don't know what happened there. But something weird is definitely happening with Condenser Vein. Wow. Back in the day, getting acid would have won me that fight. Um, Now it feels like it's kind of worthless. At that point, kind of just remove the items, I think. Like, if you don't want the item to be in the game, why not just remove it instead of nerfing it to oblivion? But that's just me. What do? You have a lot of willpower, so it cannot paralyze you. It's a shame because I kind of wanted to paralyze it. Is it? It's a spider spirit. I don't think that it is vulnerable to Holy Wrath, but is it? Let's. Oh, I don't have mana anyway. Cannot Cleansing Flame because Ghost Moth. So yeah, with the way that this is going and with how weak Condenser Bane has been the times that I've used it, it feels like devs did to Condenser Bane specifically what they did to Conjure Flame so many versions ago. Like nerfed it so badly that it was just removed a couple of versions later. Wouldn't be surprised if Condenser Bane was removed and replaced with something else a couple of versions from now, because that has been the pattern so far. This Yorogumo is invisible to me in console. Like really, it's so hard to see the glyph of the monster because of the color. Um, a bit later, when I take my break, I will definitely change that. A potion of experience, very nice. I think that I might as well seize this opportunity to pick up the rune. Would have been nice to. Oh come on! I landed on a web, and then the web bought this guy enough time to protect the rune. Okay, I'll come back when I can actually deal with all of you guys. If I had Condenser Vein, this would be a good time to use Condenser Vein. Well, Alt Condenser Vein. I have no idea how Condenser Vein works now. Near the user. But earlier I tried it with monsters being close to me, and it didn't really do anything. Hmm. I keep landing on webs. Um, I am tempted to blink out. Yeah, it's just a spider 4. Look at this awful level. There's no way to fight things one-on-one. I think that I'm gonna blink out. I have 8 of them. This is a character that has already done bolts. And look at how much I'm getting destroyed by spider. So annoying. I don't like spider. I kind of want to drink cancellation too because I have 12 corrosion. That is definitely ruining everything. Another thing that I could do is read poison. Do I have poison? I have 2. Sure. Okay, that's gonna kill them. Every time I go down, I get corroded. Um, yeah, these Entropic Weavers have been destroying me a good amount. Also, every time I go down, I also get confused. That's kind of crazy. It's like my armor class and my shield don't do anything versus these guys. I'm willing to attribute that to just exceedingly bad luck. Laggy, 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 laggy. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Well, it's just gonna take forever. How have your tournament runs been so far, people from the internet? I hope that you have been enjoying it. For me, well, it's been okay. Yeah, I haven't died. It's just kind of a shame that sometimes the action is interrupted by literally like a minute of lag. Dexterity. Maybe I should have gotten strength so I could wear heavier armor, but I am going to go for dexterity because that's what I'm using right now. I really hate Spider. Spider is one of my least favorite parts of the game. And it doesn't help that there's a lot of lag too. After doing this place, well, we have still not found willpower. Things are looking very, very bad for me because I have not found a source of willpower that I can actually equip. Okay, I got a second potion of experience, at least. Boots of stealth. I have +2 boots already, I'm pretty sure. But I'm gonna put on the boots of stealth just for fun because they're not gonna do anything. This was like a weird beehive room, but it was not that full of bees. Did it have ambrosia at least? I don't think that it did. Maybe I should just drink experience right now. As you can see, this experience is not nearly as good as it used to be. Like the impact on my character's skills is not that high, but it is perfectly fine. It's just how it is. Do I get more shield skill now? I think that at this point I can just turn on everything. Not that. Yeah, I never get any levels of anything, but like it doesn't really matter. I am powerful enough to deal with that. Spider is an exception because Spider is an awful place, but in depths, you know, depths is more makes more sense. Okay. Once again, like we're waiting for willpower. The moment we find willpower, I go and do Crypt and maybe even Elf, depending on how things go in Crypt. But I need willpower to even be able to think about doing that. Another option is getting. Well, no, I also need willpower for slime because golden eyes are really, really good at paralyzing people. This guy's messing me up. Do I not? No, I do have fire resistance. Yeah, weird. Just don't get paralyzed? Yeah, that's impossible to prevent without willpower. The only way to not get paralyzed is to get 2 pips of willpower. Oh, treasure trove. What do I get from this play? Or what do you need? A slime. Ah, easy. I was gonna do that already. Ring of the Mage used to have 2 pips of willpower, but it got nerfed very recently. Come on, dude. Well, I'm getting the Abyss rune now, I suppose. Or the exit, whichever one happens first. Yeah, it was about time. I should be happy that it didn't happen earlier. Like at this point, I can easily survive the Abyss, at least the earlier levels of the Abyss. Abyss 3 plus might be an issue. Abyss 3 is probably within the realm of manageable, but anything more than that is a bit too much, or it's probably gonna be a bit too much. Abyss 1 and Abyss 2 are definitely okay. So in case you don't know, Abyss now has 7 levels, and the more you grind the Abyss, the more likely the Abyss is to pull you down. Wow, some loot. What is that? A Randart amulet. I am very interested in acquiring such a Randart amulet because mine is a pretty worthless Randart amulet. Yeah, you can torment me. I don't mind. I'm a worshipper of the Shining One. That makes me not impervious, but highly resistant to torment. Oh, come on. The vault is, or the abyss is not cooperating. Oh no, now it is cooperating. Thank you for deciding to help me get to the vault abyss. I'm trying to go in. Please destroy these walls. Oh. Well, it was just a trick from the abyss. I thought that the abyss was gonna help me get to that vault, but apparently not. Oh, I found an exit. Okay. Oh, but Randart Amulet. I don't think we can pass on the Randart Amulet. Even if I have to stay here a bit longer, I have to go get that thing. This is what I'm thinking of. The Ancient Signs are making things very annoying. I'm not gonna be able to regen. The Executioner is not that scary. The Apocryph could be a serious issue. Yeah, I'm going for the amulet. I could breathe poison to begin with, to not get dunked on by the Apocryph. Getting paralyzed. Am I going to die because I went in here? Yeah, the Starker's Masses. You know what happened here? This is actually a serious issue. These guys I wasn't able to see. If I had seen those guys, I wouldn't have come in here. Or I would have tried to kill them first. Okay, we killed everything. We're fine now. Let me get my amulet. Mana regen plus force link minus 4 strength makes it so bad, but it is pretty okay. If I can mitigate the minus 4 strength, it could be usable. Another ring of protection. I have gotten so many of them. Okay, enchant armor. The enchant armor. Okay, I think that it was worth it to come here. Unfortunately, in order to get out, I have to do so through that side. Oh no, there's an exit here. Oh, I'm glad that I noticed. Let's just get out now. Hello, wizard. I bet you were not expecting me to come back. I missed the time when the Ring of the Mage has double double magic resistance, double willpower. Would have been pretty useful to have this time. I would love to wear that amulet of mana regen because it has force laying. The force laying is a big deal, but I cannot really use that. The minus 4 strength is too bad. Force laying, really good. Minus 4 strength, Way, way worse than a +4 slaying is good. Oh, finally! Finally, give me that. Finally, I cannot believe it. Now we are on a journey to find what is it called? Regen, because I don't have regen. Now that I have willpower, I would also like to have regen. We can get rid of a little bit of armor class, getting rid of a ring of protection for my ring of willpower, and now I should be less likely to get hexed. It took me until depth 1 to find a source of willpower. I think that I'm gonna finish this level. It's getting extremely laggy. Oh yeah, it's so laggy in fact that tiles bugged out. Let me reset it. Okay, that looks extremely annoying. I am gonna close the door and not do that. That also looks like a spot where I shouldn't be fighting. Any demon blades from these guys? No demon blades? None that I can see. Okay. Vampire Knight. Paralyzed 7%. Is that a risk that I'm willing to take? Sure. Sure. Let's just go to Crypt now. I'm gonna do it without a holy weapon, unfortunately, but it's gonna be okay. I always have access to summoning angels if I really need some holy wrath damage. Also cleansing flame. So yeah, I found a manual of fighting, so I'm gonna be able to get some extra levels of fighting. It's gonna be really nice. After this, I think that I am going to do elf and maybe even slime. Now that I have willpower for the golden eyes. Doing slime without willpower is pretty miserable. I do not recommend it to anyone if you have never tried it. I don't know if slime is actually the correct thing to do now that I think about it, because I'm a melee character. I could do the particle phase strat, but I don't have nets, so I cannot do it. I cannot do that unless I find a net. 9 blinkings. Feels pretty nice to have so much blinking. Gives me a sense of safety. Vampire Knight. Okay, so I may be able to survive the Vampire Knight, or like do not get hexed by the Vampire Knight, but I still shouldn't position myself in such a way that I'm giving it extra chances to destroy me. And yeah, the Vampire Knights are the only ones that are really scary. The Vampire Mages are like whatever. And yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of Vampire Knights. There was a good reason for me not to come here until I had a little bit of willpower. Oh no, it like monsters that are summoned in console do have an indicator that says summoned. That you can easily see. It's just that I wasn't paying attention earlier when I saw the wizard. I saw the wizard and the Bogart, and I didn't think that the wizard could have been summoned by the Bogart, because I figured that I was just in a nasty ball that placed the wizards and Bogarts together. Yeah, so far it has been okay. Could be way worse than it's been so far. And I think that we're about to get to the most relaxing part of the game. Well, we are in Crypt, right, which is kind of free for a worshipper of the Shining One. Using Cleansing Flame a lot more here. In fact, I'm gonna put it on the quiver because oh, it has Chain Lightning. I'm not opening that. Using Cleansing Flame a lot more, since pretty much every fight gives me back the piety that I used for Cleansing Flame, so it is perfectly okay for me to use it to soften up these guys, speed up the process of killing them. In case you're not aware, you may all be aware, since that's something that new players learn the fastest, that the Shining One is a good god for the purposes of killing demons and the undead. But the reason why that is because not only do you get Cleansing Flame, which is really strong for that, but you also get heals whenever you kill demons or undead. So even if my mana bar goes, or like my HP bar goes kind of low, it's not really that much of an issue because the Shining One will bring it back up. Same goes for the mana bar, but it is much more important for the HP bar. Yep. This character is an unstoppable juggernaut here. I don't think that I would have been able to survive the equivalent of that anywhere else in the whole game. That's how easy it is for a worshipper of the Shining One to do Crypt. If you want to go the Shining One, like I think that I have been placing many runs of YouTube, or been uploading many runs where I go the Shining One early. Those runs as a whole should be the ultimate example that the Shining One is a really robust god for the early game. Like it's not like you're hindering yourself by going the Shining One. It's not like a challenge run. No, it's legit good to go the Shining One. Helps a lot if you have a strong character, of course, but even if your character is not that strong, it's still a pretty reasonable thing to do. Because of the angels, like the angels, you have access to them rather early, and they are really good. You know what? I don't like this situation that much. There's just too many things that could blow me up, including Frederick, who has Iron Shot, and this guy, who also has Iron Shot. I think that it's not unreasonable to blink away in a situation like this one. So I'm going to do it. Yep, I was talking earlier about how it doesn't make sense to play around every situation where you could potentially die, but I think that the chances of me potentially dying there were a bit above the threshold that I am willing to withstand for, chances to die. Frederick has a polearm. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It can melee me, but it can melee me from afar. But on the other hand, I can also run away theoretically. I don't think that it's the safest thing to do to run away from Frederick. I certainly wish that I was not fighting Frederick at 80 HP. Yeah, keep doing that. Or maybe not, because I don't have cold resistance. I'm going into Tomb? Yeah, I'm going into Tomb to flee from Frederick. It's okay. That removes my ability to do All-Round Tomb, unfortunately, but it's not something that I was too concerned about doing. This place also has some, like, mummies, so I can heal a bit. Okay, now that I'm at full HP, I can go back out. Hey, look at that, a Scroll of Acquirement. Let's see, what do I get? Triple Sword of Protection. An amulet with minus willpower. Okay, wow. Incredible, I'm gonna get the money. I could get the triple sword, but I have a shield, and I like my shield, so I'm just gonna continue using my shield. Okay, maybe I should use Kirari again. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Once I Kirari'd Frederick, things took a turn for the better. It also helps a lot that I finally managed to kill that Flayed Ghost. The Flayed Ghost doesn't ever directly kill you, but it can reduce your HP to the point where something else. If you're fighting a Flayed Ghost with something that has Iron Shot, like I was doing there, that is a very difficult and dangerous situation to be in. Fleeing into Tomb was the correct thing to do, because Tomb 1 is a rather peaceful place to be in. That ring is good. That other ring is also kind of okay, but the first ring is pretty decent. I'm very happy about having found that. And I like the Amulet of Regen. Way better than an Amulet of Guardian Spirit with 15 HP. The most charming part of the Amulet of Vitality before was the 15 HP combined with the regen. Now it is incredible, actually. The current Amulet of Vitality is even better than it used to be, because now it has 2 pips of willpower. Or no, 2 pips of, not willpower. I wish I had 2 pips of willpower. It has 2 pips of regen and mana regen. Such a strong item. Okay, one of these days I'm gonna kill this curse though. There we go. Yeah, they're very tanky. I could have turned into a 3 to deal with it, but I didn't feel like that was a necessity. I think we don't want to carry this ring. The other one I will carry it around. It is important for me to have that. Am I done? Oh, that was the end ball. That's why it had so many artifacts and why it was so difficult. Okay, I didn't even notice. I thought that I was on Crypt too. Sure. Okay, Crypt. Always easy for worshippers of the Shining One. Now I guess we go do slime or elf. We go do elf. Elf might have some better loot for my character, which I would like to have. You know, I'm wearing no artifacts, 0 artifacts. Yeah, this time. Oh no, 1 artifact. Yeah, the amulet is an artifact, but it certainly doesn't feel like an artifact. Yeah, for practical purposes, it might just be a normal amulet of regen. So I feel very justified in saying that I have 0 artifacts equipped. Let's put this on because I do need the resistance. We can probably get rid of the ring of protection. Very useful, but the time has come where resistances are more important to have than 4 armor class. With the way that this is going, I don't think that I might be taking this guy to extended. Yeah, I think that I would die if I took it to extended. Where if I continue doing what I'm currently doing, I would probably win the game. Rendered helmet. I am very interested in that rendered helmet. Maybe it should have checked the ghost before going in, but it is perfectly fine. It's nothing too difficult to deal with. I wonder if I should Circ. Yeah, sure. I have 1 potion of Circ. Very laggy. You can see that my console window went completely dark. That was the wrong time for the game to get laggy. Okay. There we go. No issues at all. The helmet is absolutely incredible. We are going to be using that for the rest of the game. Finally, we got a really good artifact. It only took me until Elf to get a really good artifact. But here we are, fortunately. I could go into the Hollow Blades to try to find another double sword. That's the item that I specifically want, because as I said earlier, I would really like to Holy Brand a double sword, but I don't want to get rid of my current double sword. I would like to have a second one. And of course, that's almost impossible. One of the few places in the game where I could find one of those is here. So yeah, I'm thinking about it. Also, I should replace the swamp scales. I should replace it with another item because I have poison resistance already from something else. So the swamp scales can definitely be replaced for another piece of body armor. You know what? I just thought of the one that I need. The one that I need is Quicksilver scales. Maybe I should keep doing depths so I can find Quicksilver scales because the extra willpower is gonna be useful here. Um, yeah, let's go do depths to find the Quicksilver Dragon. Those are not that common in depths. They're more of a Sot Denizen, but I'm gonna hope that I get lucky here in depths 1. Or depths 2, rather. Thank you for liking my stream. I appreciate it. And I hope that you have been enjoying the tournament so far as much as I have. There was only one point where I wasn't enjoying this run, and that was when I was in Spider. Everything else has been a pretty good run so far. Um, did I get acid? No, I got fire. Okay. Fire is still pretty okay regardless. Especially when I can just sit here and wow, why does it last for 3 turns? I don't know if you've noticed, but like it really goes out super quickly. Look at that. Did I kill an ice dragon there or like something? Yeah, there was an ice dragon. Okay, I'm gonna assume that the ice dragon is the one that got rid of everything. I could also do early Vestibule of Hell, now that I think about it. Like, I can do it now, and it shouldn't be that difficult. But if I'm gonna do such a thing, I should probably just be training only invocations. Okay, I'm gonna do depths in its entirety or until I find Quicksilver scales, and then I'm gonna jump into the Vestibule of Hell, and I'm gonna mash Cleansing Flame with Attraction until everything dies, or I die, but most likely everything is gonna die because mashing Cleansing Flame with Attraction is really strong in that specific place, especially with a bunch of invocations skill, which is the only thing that I am training right now. I might want to do extended with only invocations because if there's a god that can allow you to do such a thing, it's the Shining One. Yeah, if there's a god that you can do that thing with, it's the Shining One. Getting to that point with the Shining One is kind of difficult, but there's definitely better gods for getting to that point. But the Shining One is pretty good once you already got to that point, is what I'm trying to say. No Demon Blades yet. I've killed a good amount of Hell Knights and still I have yet to find a Demon Blade. Oh, Juggernaut. The Juggernaut is kind of scary considering that I have 23 armor class. The Caustic Strike is also kind of scary considering that I don't have the resistance. I think that I would like to jump into this teleport trap. Yep, and leave the level. That's kind of like Rupert. The combination of those two things, the Juggernaut while I have 23 armor class and the Caustic Strike while I don't have the resistance. Both of those are pretty bad. Oh, I know this bolt. Funny thing about this bolt, if you open a certain door, in this vault, you can just go in. Like if you open that door, the silence goes off. Like things stop being silenced, and that's extremely scary. Because the monsters are also set free. Like all these guys are set free and are on silence, so obviously you die. I'm not gonna do that. I'm of course not gonna do that because I know the secrets of this game. Yeah. Why is that human indifferent? That's interesting. Wonder why that human was indifferent. So yep, still searching for a Quicksilver Dragon. We have found Storm Dragons, Fire Dragons, Ice Dragons. At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if I found Golden Dragons and even Golden Scales before finding a Quicksilver Dragon. Even Shadow Dragons. I'm glad that I am a worshipper of the Shining One. Another nice thing is that I value resistance to negative very, very low. But the Shining One gives me that for free. So, like if it's for free, I don't have anything to complain about. Like it's not taking up a slot or anything. It's extremely, extremely useful. Okay, Hell Knights. Finally a Demon Blade. In fact, a +5 Demon Blade. I don't have enough to fully enchant it, but this is still good amount of enchantment. I could bless that. I'm probably going to do so. If you're wondering why I am here, it's because I will do Cleansing Flame and Divine Shield, Cleansing Flame. One of these guys has Distortion. The guy with Distortion die already? Okay, yeah, it did happen. Big damage on those guys. Shouts to Cleansing Flame, it's so strong. +5 Demon Blade. I'll carry it just in case I don't find a double sword. But yeah, I'm also gonna be able to use the Shining One's Blessing ability in the Vestibule of Hell. That's gonna be nice. In case you don't know, when you bless a weapon with the Shining One, it uses a scroll of Holy Word, which, well, it used to exist and now it doesn't exist. That's still the one remaining way to get that effect in this game. Yeah. Am I seriously in depth 3? Wow, I am seriously in depth 3. Okay, depth 4 time. With a bit of luck, we're gonna find a Quicksilver Dragon somewhere around here. I think that there is a good chance of finding it in this vault, actually, in the entrance to Sot. I accidentally summoned an angel. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do Cleansing Flame. But, well, the angel is gonna help me here. There's no complaints about getting an angel body. Especially because I'm gonna be going to the Vestibule of Hell, right? So, if I, like, there's no way that I have issues with my piety, since I'm gonna be going to the Vestibule of Hell. Whatever piety shortages I may have, they're definitely gonna go away after doing the Vestibule of Hell. Like, that's gonna set my piety to 200. Got pushed away from the stairs. Kinda scary. Maybe I shouldn't be fighting there. I only opened that vault because I was hopeful for Quicksilver Dragons, but instead of that we got Draconians. Kind of a shame. Draconians are really strong. Not something that I can really deal with just yet. We're gonna use Curare on the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut hits you for 8 damage. I always find it so funny when the Juggernaut hits me for 8 damage, considering that it's one of the most damaging things that the game has. But yeah, it is very rare. Like, in fact, it is so rare that it hits me so hard, or like as hard as you would expect it to, that I'm always very surprised when it happens. Like, it doesn't really happen frequently. I can only remember one time when it has happened. I have so many scrolls of enchant armor. And there it is, the golden dragon that I mentioned earlier. Like, I said that it was gonna be more of a likely thing that I was gonna see a golden dragon than a quicksilver dragon. But at least it didn't drop scales. Mm. Yeah, I think that in my whole foray into depths, I didn't see a single um, quicksilver dragon. These are the scales that I have access to. I guess that I am wearing the best thing that I could be wearing. Lots of dragons, but no quicksilver dragons, as you can see. Jori at this amount of HP is very scary. Yeah, please don't crystal spear me. Okay, I killed the tentacle monstrosity and got a very chunky heal, which put me slightly outside of the range of Jori's crystal spear. Just gonna spam cleansing flame because it seems to be working very well. Alrighty. That was very scary. I definitely did not want to see Jori when I'm at 120 HP and fighting a bunch of other dudes that are also pretty dangerous. But everything turned out in my favor thanks to the power of the Shining One. Uh, it was really because I went the Shining One. If I had not gone the Shining One, there I would have been in serious issues. Um, mm, mm, Lots of frost giants. Not a very good time to not have resistance to cold. Yeah. Those frost giants were seriously were hitting me seriously hard is what I'm trying to say. Oh come on, and a nice dragon too. It's as if the game had detected that I don't have cold resistance. 57% chance to paralyze the ice dragon. Let's try that. I don't think that I had ever paralyzed a nice dragon with a wand. That was interesting. Can I please rest to full HP? I have an amulet of regen, right? Yeah. Is it actually giving me? Yeah, it's giving me good amounts of regen. Hmm. No idea then. Um, in case I don't find quicksilver scales, I could also enchant ice scales, and I don't think that ice scales would nuke my evasion that much. Yeah, I think that everything would be okay if I was to wear ice scales. Um, Chainmail or willpower, so close yet so far. Okay, yeah, no quicksilver scales. At least I have some ice scales here. Put them on. Do I fully enchant them? No, not yet. Not yet. Maybe I'll fully enchant them. Yeah, I'll take a look at these. These resistances don't look terrible. They are lacking. They're lacking definitely, but it could be way worse. So let's go. I didn't finish Shelf. I can definitely finish Shelf. Yeah, I'm gonna finish Shelf, then do Slime, then do the Treasure Trove, then Salt, and then we will take a break. And I will continue a bit later today with Extended. Unless I die in the process of getting to all of that. And if I do die, then I will come back later and start another character. But I would like to not die. Yeah. Okay, I said that I wanted a double sword, so I guess we're opening the Hollow Blades to see if the game is so gracious as to provide me with a double sword here. With another double sword, to be more precise. Even if it doesn't happen, it's okay. I would just bless the Eudemon Blade in such a scenario. Oh, bit of a lag spike again. Whenever your game gets laggy, do not do not press many keys because that might get you killed in situations where you otherwise wouldn't have died for one reason or another. It's a very important thing to keep in mind in tournaments, since in tournaments is when the game is laggy the most. During tournaments, I used to stream on the weekends as well, but I don't think that I'm gonna do it this tournament. I have things to do on the weekends now. Yeah, it helped a lot that I started streaming during COVID, so like there was no going out. But now, yeah, I've been going out a good amount, doing things. Doing things is nice. I like doing things. Doing things for me entails going out into the city and doing things there. But the going out into the city part is nice because I get to use public transport and climb stairs and that kind of thing. You know, counteract a little bit my otherwise very sedentary lifestyle. And that's what I like. We got a quick blade and an executioner's axe. Those were my two rare weapons in this occasion. A shame. But it is perfectly okay because I have that demon blade. Enchant weapon. Okay, back to elf we go. What do we have here? Nothing. The ringmail of the monkey's uncle and a crystal plate, but crystal plate is not an item for my character. It is not an item for any character in this version, to be completely honest. Like, I think that a character like the one I have right now is way better, way more powerful than a strength character with crystal plate. And my character doesn't even have like the craziest gear. In fact, I am running around with unenchanted ice scales, right? So yeah, when unenchanted ice scales on the kind of character that I have right now is better than the best possible armor for a character that's stacking strength. Yeah, I think that's a bad indicator for the state of strength. Okay, unfortunately these guys have repel missiles, but now that I have kited them so far, I can safely use lightning rod. Yeah, lightning rod gets the job done. Pretty good. That's a lot of invocations. Do I want to get the Shining Ones title? Yes, because there's a tournament banner that wants you to win with different gods with invocations as your highest skill, right? So that's what we are going to be doing. Ouch, don't do that again. That was almost a max roll. Or was it a max roll? No, there was multiple turns, multiple sources of damage. Yeah, the damnation was not a max roll damnation. It's just that I saw damnation and 50 something damage, and I was like, did I seriously just get hit for max damage? It's very rare to get hit for max damage. It has happened to me before, but it is so uncommon. Doesn't happen very frequently. That Blade Master got absolutely messed up by my boomerangs. Yeah, Cleansing Flame is pretty good, even if you don't use it versus monsters that are especially affected by Holy Wrath. It's still an explosion, so it is good versus monsters like the Blade Master who have a lot of evasion. Oh, I should probably be using the Shining One's shields so that I can reflect all these iron shots, crystal spears, and arrows. Asterion is not something that I was expecting, but Asterion will get roughed up by what I'm doing. Well, that is, of course, if I manage to eventually hit Asterion. It's not going very well, let me tell you. I think that I should probably throw some jabs. Because after all, jabs are good versus monsters with... Yep, there we go. Jabs are very good versus monsters with shields. That ring is good. Yeah, I like that ring a lot. I would love to be able to wear that ring. My current ring has resistance to... yeah, like the ring that I can think of, the ring that's not willpower, has resistance to electricity, poison resistance, resistance to negative, and -3 dexterity. But I need the resistance to electricity. Oh, I got shoutitis. Is that an issue? Shoutitis is the least impactful out of all the mutations that I could have gotten there. I can always drink mutation. I have 11. Yeah. Oh, I got frail. Okay, so let's drink more mutation. I got weakness to cold and fire resistance. That actually turns out good. I'll keep that. I will keep that. 9 scrolls of enchant armor. All these scrolls of enchant armor and no armor worth enchanting for my character. Kind of a shame. But yeah, I really want this ring. Can't carry that many items. Let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of these. And these. I guess the scrolls of enchant armor. Maybe later they are gonna become more relevant. Potions of brilliance can also go away. Scrolls of amnesia, am I carrying? Yeah, we can also throw those into the floor. We can throw them away from my inventory, and I get to pick up this incredible ring. Yeah, let's put it on. Yeah, my character improves a lot if I equip that. It's kinda crazy how much better it gets. I get so much more evasion if I have this on. And a little bit of extra damage too, since the 3 dexterity scales my damage. Distortion. Please don't banish me. Also, please don't banish me. 6% chance to banish, because I am experience level 25. Shouts to finding 2 potions of experience, by the way. That has impacted my character quite a bit. Especially the second one that I found later in the game. Like, early potions of experience are so that your skills level up. Late potions of experience are so that your character levels up. Yeah. Okay, apart from that ring, it's a pretty good ring, not gonna lie here. It is a pretty great ring. But my main issue with it is that I don't have resistance to electricity if I wear this ring, and that is pretty bad. Considering that I have weakness to cold now, I think that I am committed to wearing the ice scales, so I'm just gonna enchant them. Alrighty, 35, 28, 16. If I go into slime like this, I don't have resistance to corrosion, but I also don't have weakness to cold, which I like. I guess I can take off my incredible ring that I just got and replace it for resistance to corrosion. Need a ring of resistance to corrosion specifically. Elf was kind of underwhelming. I'm glad that the treasure trove wants me to show the slime rune instead of the bolts, or instead of the abyss rune. Because the Abyss rune, yeah, it would take me a bit longer. Yep, I lose a good amount of evasion if I do this. Um, and I also lose poison resistance and 1 pip of fire resistance. I really like that ring. That ring, I feel like, improves my character a lot. Slime it is. Oh, but I have not found it. Did I not do Lair 5? Or why have I not seen slime? Oh, slime is in this level that is owned by Rupert. Well, I bet that I can beat Rupert in a straight fight now. There it is, okay. Yeah, I didn't even want to fight Rupert anyway. Considering that in Slime I'm gonna be surrounded a good amount, I should probably quiver Cleansing Flame. Yeah, I don't have to spam it until I kill everything, but using it once or twice is perfectly fine. Careful with the floating eye. Yeah, I was about to get paralyzed by the floating eye. I think that if I had gotten paralyzed by the floating eye there, I would have died. Yeah, it's much more manageable if there's only 1 or 2 guys surrounding me. Wow. Taff killed everything before killing the floating eye. Sometimes Taff is the wrong thing to do. Like, definitely. You know, that Path of Akra game that I played in the last couple of streams is pretty cool. Like, I want to go back to it. I'll do so after the tournament ends. But yeah, I feel like that game has a lot to discover and enjoy. But summons are the least appealing part of that game to me. Another level, the Shining One Paladin. Of course, I don't poke eyes in a fight. Come on, I should poke those beings that are completely made out of eye. What else am I going to do against them? Fortunately, the Shining One is a lot more permissive with what you can and can't do. Um, the Shining One strongly dislikes it when you use evil magical items. You attack non-hostile holy beings, you attack neutral beings, you attack allies, or you kill non-hostile holy beings. Yeah, you see, it's not that bad. You just don't have to attack neutrals or allies, and then you're good. Wow, I'm getting crazy confused by the golden eyes. It's extremely annoying because they only have a 5% chance to hex me. 5%, and they still do it so consistently. Because if they are faster than the players, so they just get to act a lot, and they also try to confuse you like very frequently. So, like, they're gonna fail, but eventually they're gonna succeed, even if you have a very low chance to get hexed versus them. The issue is when they succeed and then they succeed again, because that means that you're gonna get chain confused. Yeah, that's a pretty bad thing. All right, do I have... I have Immolation. I don't have Torment, nor I would be able to use it anyway, because Worshipper of the Shining One. Um, I don't know how we are going to deal with these guys. What I know is that I don't want to summon angels because I want to use Immolation. And if I summon an angel, like I've gotten the Shining One Wrath like that before, that's pretty bad. You generally want to avoid that kind of thing. Um, wow, look at that. I dealt so much damage to the Royal Jelly. Okay, I guess that this is what I can do. I acquired some nets at some point. So I can net this guy, throw some jabs. Oh well, Divine Shield is also a thing that I should do. I keep forgetting to do that. Throw some silver jabs. Okay. With an infernal noise, the power ruling this place vanishes. The silver sears the royal jelly. You kill the royal jelly. Yeah, let's go. It wasn't difficult. The net approach to dealing with the royal jelly does work. But now I am left with a million dudes who are not very happy that I killed the royal jelly. So let's try to walk away from them. If the lag allows me to, of course. This is the kind of situation where, like, if you get lag and you see that, you mash escape and then you leave your hands away from the keyboard until things are okay. Oh, I lost some piety. Well, it's okay. I'm gonna go to the Vestibule of Hell after this, and I will regen the piety that I lost. Not switching gods on Jiggly Savior. I could have done it. Yeah, not that it matters too much at this point in the game anyway. But I could have done it. That was definitely a thing that I could have done, since the Shining One wouldn't get mad if I abandon for Jiva. Only Sin gets mad if I abandon for Jiva. But who goes Sin? No one likes Sin anyway. Sin is a pretty silly god. Okay, got -2 intelligence. That really doesn't do anything, so I can afford to ignore it. But why am I behaving like a melee character when I am a boomerang thrower? Yeah, I have 16 throwing. Plus 4 kite shield of rampaging, 7 strength, -3 dexterity. I like this. Yeah, the -3 dexterity is kind of lame, but I like the 7 strength. Gives me more damage on my throwables, gives me more capacity to wear heavy armor. Like with this 7 strength, I could actually wear storm scales. But, well, it's a bit too late for that now. I already dumped all of my scrolls of enchant armor into the ice scales. It's still fine. The ice scales are a good thing to have, considering that I'm weak to cold. And I don't particularly want to get rid of my fire resistance. Okay, I got some fine gear, including the shield. Like, yeah, no complaints about getting that shield. Let's go back to, oh, let me get rid of that. That's pretty worthless. In fact, a lot of the rings that I am carrying are not things that I care about carrying, like these and these. But I do care about equipping this. Okay, back to hell we go. Oh, you don't know how to get there? How come? Oh, you don't know how to get there because how to explore away from slime is, like, out of slime is very annoying. Yeah, it doesn't work well because Auto Explore tries to avoid corrosive walls, and yeah, that is just full of corrosive walls. So if I try to go there, you don't know how to get there. That should go away. Like, that should be removed. Maybe it was removed and I have an obsolete setting in my RC file that still prevents me from going there. That is also a possibility. I should take a look at my RC file in the near future. There's definitely some things that I want to add, like never picking up Rings of Fire and Rings of Ice. Those are super annoying. So we go to the Trove. First the Trove, then the Vestibule of Hell. Drop my potion, show the slimy rune. Let's see what I get. That's pretty good. I like that a lot. That's worthless. That's kind of bad. I don't like this that much, but I might want to use it. I like my regen, but I would be sacrificing some pretty good stuff. Well, I would be switching fire resistance for regen. I think that's actually an okay trait and a bit of armor class. Yeah, 2 points of armor class, plus 1 hat. Oh, that hat is even better. Yeah, I don't care too much about the slaying, but I do like the resistance. Ring of Ice, not good. Protection from cold can be left alone. Ring of Mana. Oh, I just noticed. Is this an Octopode Bolt? It feels like it is an Octopode Bolt. Been seeing a lot of things that could be good for an Octopode. Yeah, bucklers, hats, amulets. Funny thematic bolt. The things that we have gotten are not particularly great, however. Well, we got some two really strong items. The hat of well, the hats of regen have been okay. Yeah, the bolt itself is an octopus. Mm, this amulet of fate, it is great because fate is something that I want. Contam is whatever. I'm never taking this off. Cold resistance is really good, and regen is really good. Yeah, I really like that item. Now I have 1 pip of every resistance except resistance to electricity. If only I could have that. Okay, let me get rid of this and this and this and this, and then I'll pick this up. Okay. Yep. My greatest weakness is still the fact that I only have 1 pip of willpower. Let's go back to Cleansing Flame, and now let's do all right. You go down through the gate. Welcome to hell. Please enjoy your stay. I can see Herion. I'm gonna wait until I have more enemies in my screen because I know that there will be more enemies in my screen. We use shield, and then we use attraction. Herion is now next to me. I melee Herion. A Helion comes into view. Helion is not gonna attack its allies. There's a lot of allies. Cleansing Flame. I am definitely destroying all of these dudes. Helion is wasting turns walking away. I have attraction, so you're never gonna be able to walk away from me. Unfortunate that I got applied miasma slow. Definitely could use not being slow here. And we get rid of Helion. Okay. I still haven't done the flashy thing, so I'm just gonna do it now. The Shining One will bless one of your weapons. You bless the Demon Blade, yep. Your Demon Blade shines brightly. The Shining One booms. Use this gift wisely. Your eyes are now burning, and the freezing rate is destroyed. And I kill a bunch of stuff, and whatever didn't die and is demonic is dazed. So yeah, pretty good, pretty cool. One more, and now let's get out. You know, iron golems are pretty scary. Can hit twice for 50 damage each, 300 HP. Pretty nasty enemies. But my 36 shield, courtesy of the Shining One, really gets the job done here. Now that I don't have 36 shield, however, I should be more careful with the iron golems. I have before, like these things are so tanky and so damaging and so slow that I have kited these guys into orc. I did it at least once. Or I parked it in an early level of the dungeon where like I was not gonna encounter it. But yeah, these iron golems are a pretty silly enemy, in my opinion. I don't like them. They're like walls. They're like moving walls. That also happen to hit you pretty hard. I'm about to max invocations, so if I'm gonna max invocations, I'm gonna take this to extended. That's a Jaff. It's not really an issue. Not an issue at all. Okay, base damage 14, base attack delay 1.2. It's a pretty sick weapon, the Eudemon Blade. It is faster than the double sword, and it is only slightly less damaging than the double sword. So yeah, definitely the ultimate weapon for a swords user to bring here. Well, I guess a triple sword of Holy Rat could also be okay, but I'm using a shield here. This game is pretty enjoyable. Well, sometimes it is pretty enjoyable. In this particular occasion, it has been pretty enjoyable. You're gonna miasma me, which I do not like. I have poison resistance, so yeah, I'm just gonna sit on my cloud of poison instead of sitting in your cloud of miasma. Not that I particularly mind. It's not that scary at this point in the game to get miasma. It's just that I did it because I didn't know that I didn't know if there were more nasty enemies. I couldn't afford to get slowed. Better play it safe. And also, we are at the point in the game where scrolls of poison are not really that useful anymore. So yeah, that went very, very well, I would say. I like that. And my resistances are looking really, really good. Like, these are resistances apart from the willpower that would get me to bring a character to extended. So yeah, I think that it's perfectly feasible for me to go to extended. Do 15 runes. Okay, now that I have done the Vestibule of Hell, let's just go to Sot. I wonder if Tomb is what I start with. Like, just a spam Cleansing Flame. Very funny ambush bolts. Let's just go downstairs. Yeah, I don't wanna deal with that kind of negativity right now. Let's just go downstairs. And then go upstairs. And now I can clear that without having to deal with all of that ridiculous messiness. Okay, there's a Quicksilver Dragon. I don't think that I want to take off the Ice Scales. I really don't. They give me a pretty good balance of defenses and resistances. Okay, Berserk Draconian Monk. Meet Wand of Paralysis. 65% chance to succeed. Has failed twice. Let's see if it fails again. Has failed 3 times. Okay, it took me 4 attempts to succeed at 65% chance to succeed. Okay, I killed the monk because the monk is very nasty, but the other one I can afford to just leave there paralyzed while I deal with the other enemies. Or so I tried at least, but the Draconian Shifter was too smart and blinked the paralyzed guy out of the way. Wow, I outlasted these Golden Dragons Berserk. That's pretty funny. How's the tournament going? First character, and it's already in SOT, and I might take it to extended. So it's going very well. Yeah, the game has been benevolent so far. We got really good weapons. It took a while, but I finally have pretty okay resistances in almost every resistance, except for willpower, and I also do not have resistance to electricity. But considering my defenses, I can get away with not having resistance to electricity. Yeah, I just have to position myself so that I don't get multi-sapped and all those things. But it's not really that much of an issue, or as much of an issue as it would be, for example, not having fire resistance here, which I do have. I do have a good amount of fire resistance, fortunately. Orb of Fire. Berserk Golden Dragon plus Tentacle Monstrosity. You know what? That's extremely unnerving. I'm going to blink over here and close the door. None of the Tentacle Monstrosity maybe can open the door. Can it open doors? I think it can. Well, I don't mind fighting the Golden Dragon alone. Maybe I should get a shield. Oh, it stopped being Berserk. That's extremely convenient. Silver Jabs. I have 20, so I can afford to use Silver Jabs versus the Orb of Fire this time. Paying attention to my mutations. We don't want to lose fire resistance. If I lose fire resistance, I drink potions of mutation. Okay. Oh, that's also a good enough reason to drink potions of mutation. I have mastered invocations. Yeah, +9 double sword. Double swords are the best one-handed weapon, or the best one-handed sword in the game. Well, and swords dexterity are the best weapon type in the game right now. So I guess it's the best one-hander in the game. Am I doing any challenges? I'm doing 15 runes. I guess you could consider that to be a challenge, somewhat. Well, I'm not sure yet, but I'm probably gonna be doing 15 runes. I've already done Crypt and the Vestibule of Hell, and that was pretty easy, of course, being a worshipper of the Shining One. Yeah, in this game, your gods also heavily modify your playstyle, which I definitely like a lot. This game is so sick. By the way, I'm gonna be doing SOT, then I'm gonna be taking a lunch break, and I also wanna go buy something at the shop before they close it. They close it in about an hour and a half, so I have enough time to do SOT. And then I'm gonna come back. Like, I'm gonna do those things. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do extended with this character. And then I'm gonna not stream tomorrow, unless I, for some reason, don't go outside, but I would like to go outside. And then I'm gonna be coming back, not on Sunday. On Sunday I'm also gonna be going outside, but on Monday, maybe I'll stream a bit more, you know, just to keep up the tradition of streaming more frequently during the tournaments. Wow, I still have Frail. That sucks. Okay. Okay, that's nice. I lost my... No, I didn't lose my helmet because it's a hat. Okay, that's super convenient. You know what? It's not convenient not having File of Lots. I cannot believe that I didn't find File of Lots. I don't like the situation. I'm at too low HP. The Glove of Acid hits you but does no damage. Very convenient. You should have first asked if there are any challenges with the tourney. They will have conducts or combos or whatever when you used to do them. Oh yeah, like there's Nemelek's Choice and there's like the banners. Yeah, I'm going for banners. I always like to do a good amount of banners. Banners are specific challenges that you do within the tournament. Yeah, I also got Invocations as my highest skill because there's a banner that says that during the course of the tournament you win a couple of characters with Invocations as your highest skill, with different gods as well. So this takes care of the Shining One at least. Other gods that I would like to get Invocations for are Nemelix, Maclef. Okay, so I have 3 already. Maybe even Sif Muna, you know? Maybe I do an Orc of Sif Muna. How long does a run usually take? A 3-run run can take, well, my average is around 4 hours. Um, but depending on the difficulty of the character, it can be less than 4 hours or way more than 4 hours. For example, I played a cat of Jeredelemnul about a year and a half ago, and that character took me 10 hours to do 3 runes because cats are completely horrendous. Um, but I have had characters that I finish in 2 hours. My fastest character during a tournament even took me a bit over 2 hours. Mm, I kind of want to spam Uskoyo. Uskoyo is another good candidate for invocations. Yeah, kind of want to spam Cleansing Flame here. Yeah, Cleansing Flame with 27 invocations kind of nukes things, as you can see, even if those things are not particularly weak to Holy Wrath. Blink. It took me until SOT to find a spell that I am mildly interested in. Apport, Blink. Maybe I should train some of that. I'm gonna need 7 of these and 8 spellcasting. Your 3-run spellcasters would be like 8 towers because you just do silly combo stuff. Yeah, it also depends. Like, obviously, what I'm doing here has a lesser degree of complexity than being a spellcaster and having to decide what spell you want to use every turn, every combat. I'm just pressing tab, and tab is killing things. Because I built the character in such a way, like I went out of my way from the very beginning of the game to make a character that could do this. I think that doing it like that, it makes sense during tournaments, especially so that you can get your first run fast, your first win fast. Um, well, yeah, sometimes the loot that the game provides you with is just the correct loot to go for super strong spellcaster, and that's what you should do. Alrighty, level 27, dexterity, because swords dexterity is what we're doing today. And it does things very well, as you can see. How's the blink going? 36%. So we're not quite there yet when it comes to blink, but since it's a low level spell, even though I'm wearing heavy armor and I only have 10 intelligence, I'm gonna be able to cast it without that many complications. But I should not aspire to higher magic than that. 2 to 3 hours seems like a reasonable amount of time for a run. Yeah, I think that the better you get, the faster that you can go, but it also depends on what you're doing, as we have already mentioned. Like, if you're a mage, it's gonna take you at least 4 hours. My mages take between 4 and 5 hours for a 3-rune win, and this time we're not going for 3 runes. Like, I'm doing the what would be the end of the game if I was doing a 3-rune run, but I'm doing 15 runes because the tournament like gives you points for doing 15 rune runs. Like, there's an exploration category where like, in order to get all the points possible in the exploration category, you need to get 15 runes. What happened there? Oh, I got tormented. That's what happened. Yeah, always scary to take a bunch of damage out of nowhere, especially when you're surrounded by that many monsters. But if it's because I got tormented, then it's perfectly okay. That means that these guys also got seriously messed up. And yep, they certainly did. Yeah, Torment is an effect that halves your HP. An end game effect that halves your HP. Very scary. It's not that much of an issue for my character because the Shining One, which is my god, partially protects me from that kind of effect. Doesn't completely negate it, because completely negating any kind of damage in this game is very difficult, but it does mitigate it a good amount. So the Shining One is a great god for going to extended and doing that kind of thing. How is this thing looking? Blink is at 19%. In fact, I cast Blink a couple of times during that fight. Pretty useful thing to have. Ouch. Oh, I'm getting fried because I'm fighting 3 storm dragons and I don't have that resistance. Okay, potion of resistance. Um, I needed this time. It's a shame that none of these guys are evil. Oh, there's a shadow dragon there. I could kill that for HP. This fight is getting pretty tricky, much to my dismay. Another shadow dragon. Yeah, shadow dragons are what we like to see. Um, this level is very difficult. Open layout and a couple of really nasty monsters that I have seen. Maybe I should skip this level. I killed a shadow dragon, but it barely heals me. It's a bit of a shame. I think that I should try to get a corridor. I have this corner right here that I could use Wand of Digging on, and now I have a corridor, and I don't have to deal with all those berserking dragons and draconians. I can do it in a corridor where I can throw javelins. I have 37 shields, so it's very difficult for melee things to be like seriously scary. That's why I'm okay sitting next to berserking dragons. Oh, Cloak of Willpower. Do I want that? Oh man, the answer is no, because I need the fire resistance that my Cloak of Fire Resistance is giving me. But don't I have a +2 hat of regen and fire resistance? I guess that I can equip that, and yeah, I can do that. I can do that. If you haven't noticed, I like juggling items in crawl. It's not the worst thing ever for me. As long as I don't have to juggle items depending on what kind of fight I get, as long as I can optimize my gear, then I'm okay with that. But yeah, I definitely want a Cloak of Willpower. Very important thing to have 2 pips of willpower. Oh no, it was a helmet. Do I sacrifice my 2 sources of regen for the fire resistance? I guess so. Yeah, I cannot afford to walk around in Sod with only with 0 sources of regen. That's a pretty bad thing. Okay, yeah. Wait a second. I have a ton of willpower. Why do I have a ton of willpower? I have the cloak. I have the ring. Do I have anything else that gives me willpower? Must be because I am experience level 27. Yeah, must be that. I'm still too afraid to take off the second source of willpower now that I have acquired it. But let's see. With only 1 source of willpower, the game says Dreadlich. The game says that it has a 14% chance to defeat my willpower with only 1 source of willpower. So that means that I need to guarantee that I'm not gonna get absolutely destroyed when I see one of those guys. Now the game says that it has a 1% chance to hex me. Now the crawl tournaments kind of reward doing as many runs as you can within the tournament window. Somewhat. It's not quite as many runs. It's more like many successful runs. So yeah, like if you spam die with characters, you're not really gonna do a lot of things. But if you like do 15 runes and then you do a different god and then you do Lord of Darkness 3 and then you do Nemelech's choices, like that does get rewarded. Anyway, back to Sot we go. We are about to end the stream, but not the character. As I said earlier, I'm gonna take a bit of a break, gonna go buy some stuff, gonna eat, and then I'm gonna come back and we are going to do the rest of this character. I hope you stick around for that. And I don't normally rate people, or I don't rate people that frequently, but I'm gonna be rating someone who's also playing crawl. Since it's a tournament and it's specifically day 1 of the tournament, I have no doubt that we are gonna find someone to rate. Because tournaments, like when there's crawl tournaments, people are very frequently playing crawl on stream. I mean. It's taken me forever to gain enough experience with spellcasting and translocations. Like, I've already done how much of SOT? I've done SOT 1 through 4. That's crazy. That really is crazy. Why does it take me that much time to learn spellcasting and translocations? That's a good enough reason to not go magic on a Merfolk. Their aptitudes are so bad. Okay, this is the final level, SOT 5. Let me read magic mapping. We are going to exclude that. So I haven't done melee extended since hot hells were introduced. Yeah, I haven't done that in a very long time, so let's see how it goes. I don't think it's gonna go very well, but I'm gonna try not to die. It's just that it can be extremely, extremely nasty. Specifically, things like Cocky-Twos. If you enter the level and you're immediately surrounded by 8 shard strikes and then you're blinked away from the stairs, that's so nasty. Yeah, like it's so hard to survive things like that, and they are within the realm of possibility in extended, unfortunately. Cocky-Twos is easy for Merfolk because I swim. I wouldn't say that it's easy. It is less messed up, that I can say. But easy? I don't know if I agree. I have an alarm trap here, but it doesn't quite work. Is this 2 net traps? Unfortunate that they generated there. Really unfortunate that they generated like this. Normally they generate here, but not this time. Yeah, the Orb of Sod, which is the thing that you grab to win the game, is here. For you, Tomb is the only really bad one. I would say that Tomb is easier than Hot Hells. Yeah, when Hot Hells were introduced, I changed my extended routing, and now I like to do Tomb before doing Hot Hells. But I also like to do a Ziggurat before doing Tomb. I just like to be over-prepared. This time I'm not going to be able to do a Ziggurat, however, since I am not a mage. Doing melee Ziggurat is almost impossible. Come on, blink me in. Oh, okay. Why am I doing this? This is not it's not like it's a sub trap or anything. I can just walk through. Ooh, it's quiet. Too quiet. I have a port, right? So I should just apport that scroll blinking towards me. Joink. I like how it says joink. You pull the item towards yourself. Yeah, this is way too quiet. No enemies in this part of the vault. Only some Orb Guardians, which are not really that dangerous. Okay, yeah, that's what I was expecting. Not necessarily afraid of, more like expecting. I will hit the teleport trap. Or will I? Is that a good idea? It's not a good idea. It's a terrible idea. What I will do instead is drink haste, which, by the way, I don't have that many of. I'm gonna try to kill the statue, and then I'm gonna run for my life. I have 1 pip of fire resistance. I should use Fogu to begin with to buy me a good amount of turns. I already have resistance. I don't have. Okay, resistance and might. Okay, and I should also. Well, might doesn't work with the silver jabs, but I should throw silver jabs because the orbs of fire get seriously messed up by silver. Okay, we don't care about that. We also do not care about that, fortunately. Okay, 1 orb of fire down. 2 orbs of fire down. Back to boomerangs. Oh, leeches. Leeches are easy to kill. Yeah, because I'm a worshipper of the Shining One. Okay. Yep, the leeches got absolutely deleted. They ceased to exist super fast. Okay, Orb of Fire is almost destroyed. Goodbye, Mr. Orb of Fire. Man, this character is pretty strong. Um, it's a melee character slash Cealot, but it is doing so well. Like in situations where most other melee characters would not have such an easy time. Do I have minus potion from? Okay, I got minus potion because a killer clown threw a pie at me, and then it did so again, and now I'm a bat. Do I drink cancellation? What if I just run away? I have 53 evasion. It's never gonna hit me. You become entangled in the net? Seriously? Yep. I didn't want to drink a potion of cancellation to get rid of the bad form because I only have 2 of them. But yeah, when you're a bat, you cannot hit with your weapon or cast spells. You cannot do a lot of things. So being a bat is a pretty bad thing. That's why these guys can do it. These guys do extremely messed up things because they're endgame enemies. Okay, the electric golem is kinda scary because I do not have resistance. But I guess I'm just gonna use my final potion of resistance for the second pip of fire resistance for the Orb of Fire. Oh, I should maybe also haste and might, considering that I am marked. Yeah, if I get turned into a bat again, that would be pretty bad. I'm accumulating a lot of minus stats. I might want to drink a potion of mutation after this. Right now I don't have mutations that I want to retain, right? Yeah, I would be able to drink the potion of mutation then, and everything would be okay. I don't like being surrounded by killer clowns. Yeah, killer clowns I feel like are kind of underrated. Like, everyone recognizes leeches and orbs of fire as really dangerous SOT 5 denizens, but the killer clowns can also destroy your run very easily. It's just that they never directly kill you. They just like, oh, now you're a bat and you're surrounded by enemies that are very good at killing bats. Or like stuff like that, or like, oh, now you're weak to fire. Enjoy having to deal with those 5 orbs of fire that are running towards you. That kind of thing. But they are super nasty. Okay, let's drink mutation. I don't like that. Let's drink mutation again. I really don't like that. Let's drink mutation again. Oh, I got robust. I like that. And I got minus. Yeah, I wished I didn't lose that much dexterity, but I like robust. Robust is one of the greatest mutations in the game. Just like frail is one of the worst mutations in the game, robust is one of the best mutations in the game. You think you've only beat Tomb once since the change? You just stopped bothering, it was so difficult? Tomb, the change that you mean is that the one where like upstairs are gone, right? Like that one. Yeah, it's pretty difficult now. I'm not gonna pick that up. That is a very dangerous thing to pick up. An invaluable artifact. Once you have escaped to the surface with it, your quest is complete. Yep, that's how you finish the game. But the Panlords also get pretty mad if you pick that up. So I'm not going to do so just yet, because we're gonna be doing extended. Do I begin with Tomb? No, if I'm gonna do, like, I'm gonna do Bolts 5, but I'm not gonna do it yet. As I said, I'm gonna end stream here, gonna go do other things, including, eating. And I'll come back in a bit. I'll come back in probably about an hour. So thank you for your patience and your understanding that I need to sate my, human needs. I'll be back in a bit. Let's see who we can rate. Let's see who we can rate, if there's anyone to rate. Let me refresh my tournament screen. I am now rank 31 of 231, and I'm pretty sure that when I win this character, if I win this character, my ranking is gonna go way up. In fact, I might not do Hells, because Pandemonium is okay. Pandemonium is not as difficult as Hells. And Tomb is also okay because I'm a worshipper of the Shining One. So a lot of the really nasty things about Tomb are somewhat preventable by being a worshipper of the Shining One. Yeah, let's search for someone to wraith. Thank you for stopping by. I'll come back later for doing extended, as I already mentioned.